There we go.
There we go. It's live, ladies and gentlemen. It is live.
And we're getting into this one. St. Benedict's look like they're moving towards that B side. Like we said before, there's a little bit of experience there. God's not dead. He's been playing that team. Prawn as well. Both play for top division teams in the VS Gaming League. So we'll see how this one turns out.
Indeed, we can see Stock's done a default coming out of middle. 3 players waiting in the upper B side. Waiting for the Q to engage. But no CTs have extended or peaked for formation just yet, so they're going to be taking nice and slow.
There we go. First pick goes the way of St. Benedict's. That is over in connect, and there's the second one on site. He's going to get the second for his efforts as well. And Paul Roos look to have control of the site. Not yet, because God's not dead. He's got something to say about that. Coming in from the flank. That is from connector, and he's going to get 3. That's 4 for him.
Yeah, I mean it was a force buy from the CT team, but it was a 2v1 and
that's an ace.
That's an ace.
It's an ace.
Nice, good ace. Well played. God's not dead. Like we did say, he's a more experienced player on the server. Got some firepower under his belt as well. So 2-1 to St. Benedict's.
Just a little bit of interesting information. St. Benedict's did beat Hillcrest High School in the game before this. So looking into this, they have come off a victory as well, which is, talk about how confident you are in a game. Coming off a win in your previous best of 3 is always a good thing.
Yeah, and best of 3s, they're a lot better than best of 1s. There's some room for error there. You see upper B contact is going down. Hazard down will take that and go. He needs to pull back. They're all coming through. He doesn't have a gun, but can't really control the spray down there. But his gun is recovered somehow. Electric, he's going to get that gun. And it's in the hands of someone you actually, want holding a powerful gun like that. No armor, so the aim punch should be pretty hectic if need be. But he should be just saving this AK into the next round. Fight another day.
Definitely. They have got the bomb down now. That's gone down onto B side. They shouldn't be going for anything. Maybe just one or 2 picks coming in from the exit. And yeah.
Unlike all, there should be 3 rounds for St. Benedict's. The bomb should explode any minute. And Mirage, very puggy map, CT sided, so not too much of a good start from Paul Roos.
Yeah, unfortunately there. So that's going to leave St. Benedict's up 3-1. And looks like Paul Roos will be on a bye. So we'll see how they can defend. And this is what we were talking about in the game before that we were casting, right? It's that looking at the CT side is always a lot more difficult on this map if you're not rotating properly, if you're not working as a team. That's why the T side, or I feel maybe the aggression as well from these teams, maybe slanting that favor towards the T side, which we don't usually see.
Agreed. This map, yes, CT sided, but only if you know how to play the CT side. Ooh, Electric's trying to get that molly out to distinguish the smoke, leave a gap for himself, but it's a bit too late there. And actually now, this seems to be like a waste of a Molotov. Using the smoke palace, but connector control is being established now by St. Benedict's College. They're going to... Hazard. He's going to find a way. But Savage does seem to do the smoke. Pick his advantage. Or if he actually just presses the smoke, you'll see him before he sees you coming out of that. Electrics is going to double back through CT spawn just to anchor that A side. 2 players sitting on that B side. So still 1 minute 15 seconds on the clock. And decisions need to be made.
The bomb making the long rotate back to A. I think, looking at it this way, it looks like a bit of indecision. And maybe they're waiting for the execute. A couple of smokes going to come out here. So we'll see how they do. But as soon as these smokes come out, Paul Roos should know that what's going on and then rotate immediately over. Yeah,
it should be an indicator for the rotation to get there quicker. That's why in these situations you see a lot more experienced teams. They'd rather contact play just to, limit the rotation time from the CTs. As you can see, the Bombers moving towards that A side. Savage just posting it out, waiting for an overextension. Perhaps just letting him get the bomb down. The lineup is there, but the go takes him out. Does he expect the second player to be there? No, Electrics takes out both players from CT spawn. And it leaves the GOAT alive all by himself.
They're taken out there by Fetzian. And
Fetzian!
that is a 2-3 scoreline. I like to see the patience there. You know, they waited for the execute to come out. The rotations weren't over rotating. They played it very calm and collectively, and you like to see it. I mean, we talk about how inexperienced these teams are, but doing the basics right at least.
Doing the basics should net you the rounds that you are kind of wanting to get, if not more.
Yeah.
And then the rest is kind of left up to just individual skill, just be able to net those quick frags, those trades, etc. if need be. But one man just with the USB armor,
That's an aggressive
gamble.
angle.
Aggressive gamble. And Ting Benedict are just kind of wiping the floor thus far. Electric's just doing what he needs to do to stop the bleed at the very least. And 2v4. This is kind of winnable looking at which side they go to. Just a fake coming out of the A side and then they head towards the B side. Not too bad. You do see some thinking is coming to play. Working together.
I mean, I'd like to see them try and save, but there's somebody on the big flank already waiting for them. So Electric's going to go to going to try and make it a little bit more difficult to save, but gets taken down. So in this situation here, where you 2v3, the bomb hasn't gone down yet. I understand you're behind on rounds, but you're not that far behind to maybe rotate your guy.
No,
especially now getting the second pick.
It's takeable now.
And they have 2 kits to work with, so they should be going for this.
Yeah, as you can see, the body language from Electric's moving with haste up that short, but Prawn is ready for him, and I kind of feel he expects the second kill and might even get it. He picks up the AWP, so he has one shot, one opportunity to land this kill, and he does so, and that's 4 rounds on the board. St. Benedict and Paul Roos not used to being defeated, more so on the rugby field, we'll say.
Well, yeah, we said it earlier, you know, these teams more famous for being seen on the rugby field, but they're here, we're here at the Matrix or Maverick Gaming Center, and these guys are playing for it, you know, playing for that victory. Everyone wants to walk home a winner here this weekend.
Yeah, and medals. Everyone likes medals.
Everyone loves their medals, yeah.
Especially them gold medals.
I like seeing this from St. Benedict. Look at where the bomb's positioned. It's positioned inside T-Spawn. So they get the opening kill there onto B, and somebody already has the bomb rotating it towards the B side. I like this contact, or this looking for information, getting a frag and then moving on that.
And you can see he's doing his job as the entry fragger, clearing all those corners.
Yeah.
Even though it gets taken out, he did his job. He made sure Jeppe be close to us. Van, Sart was sort of clear for the rest of the players behind him to trade out, as they're doing so right now. Kind of a big Roos, a double fake. I mean, using all the utility, manpower towards the B side and walking out towards the A side. You're getting some sort of rotation, as you can hear the excitement coming out of the players. That's 5 rounds on the board. St. Benedict, they look like a more well-rounded, refined team.
They do. And I think it leans towards what we were talking about earlier. There's some experienced players in these lineups, and you can definitely see the difference.
Agreed.
You can definitely see there's more structure in the play. They actually have an idea of what they want to do in the beginning of the round, and they're executing really well.
Exactly. They even know the top mid smoke. You didn't see that the previous Mirage.
No.
Window smoke, actually. Electrics. He gives no jam. He's going to push down that AWP. He's going to rush him down, but the support should be there. Another Molotov comes in, and he supports that Molotov. Does he even get the kill? No, his teammate will perhaps not.
Oh, they were both dabbing hard.
Talk about the Tom and Jerry cat and mouse shows here. They rat it down. And Electrics, it's a lovely deal shot. That should be a recovered AK and saving into the next round. Again, it is an eco round. You do expect St. Benedict to take this. And they will. God's not dead. Charming with the double AWP kill there. He's not letting anybody save.
No, I mean, no, not at all. He gets the second kill there as well. And, that's actually the third from the round, being on low HP with that AWP, making a difference. Fetzian, I think he needs to try and save this AK. I don't know if he's gonna be allowed to, because they do have the economy to hunt really hard for this and take it away from him.
I think they will. He should be able to save this. They're too far away, and they have the economy to hunt. So I do think they should have hunted this. Looking at the broad scheme, you gotta take into account what's going to happen in the future, economic-wise. You want to try win that game and suppress their economy to a certain extent. And as you can see, round 9 is about to kick off here. A full buy should come in any moment now from Paul Roos. I'd love to see some AWPs up. There we go, Electrics. He's going to pick up that AK-47. No, I mean AWP. Fetzian, he'll have the AK. And the rest will be the stock standard rifles from the CT side. At least they have some utility to complement their rifles. 3-2 split from St. Benedict, 2 towards the A side, 3 towards that B side. Something they kind of did against the anti-ecos. Just their fakes. They used all the util and they walked out into that A side. We do see Fetzian is going to try to prevent that. Setting an off angle. Upper B bulk.
Oh, that bomb very close to B-ups as well. So I think they're gonna St. Benedict's gonna look for the opening pick here and try and go through onto the B side. But there's an off angle being played by Savage from Cat. He's just making sure nobody's gonna pinch onto that B side. And here it comes.
Oh, I love this off angle by Fetzian, but he needs to be good for 2 or at least slow it down to a certain extent. Gets one, gets blinded, falls off. This is exactly what he needs to do. His teamie needs to aid him out. His teamie needs to make them trades. He's sitting on Cat, 2 players inside. He does get one, in fact, and the rotations are there in time. It's exactly what you want. Electric's just controlling the bomb side. Even picks up a player towards that van, and now it's a 2v3. They're going to hop out a window, and they're hot on their heels. They're all over them. And Senior, Gerald, and the lurk doesn't really pay off if you don't stop the rotations. His job needed to be at least slow down 1 or 2 players before the exec came in. The bomb is defused and he has to fight another day, saved off, just like a prawn would do.
And the bomb wasn't even planted for him either. So it's, in that situation, as you said, very, very difficult to come from that low position and actually try and win the round, especially when the bomb's not planted for you either.
Yeah.
But that leaves a 6-3 scoreline. Paul Roos clawing their ways back into this game. And St. Benedict's need to be careful here because they're going to find themselves echoing, maybe in the next 2 rounds if they win, but this is a very fast, nice molly there to stop the B play. I mean, that's
there we go. That's your early round protocol, something you would like to see at this stage or at this level of CS.
He didn't see the heads there.
Yeah, and he's just bobbing back and forth to find information, but the CT player is just posting Palace and he's posting Con, so this comes down to who alerts who first and how they take that first contact. The smoke essentially does help out Senor Harold, as you can see, picking up the first kill there. Prawn getting a trade, and the guard comes in with that sick egg shot. At least the Electric is there to stop the bleed, but Wowzer pulls the plug and makes it gush even faster. Now it's down to a 3v2. How do they work this out? How do they solve this puzzle? It's coming down to Savage. I think he needs to do some work here. The smoke does fade, and Prawn gets another kill into Fatsian. Low HP. Hazard Dan is on, so this is doable. Hazard Dan off angle in the face. Says no.
It says no. Denies that round from Paul Roos, and St. Benedict's take a 7-3 lead, 4 rounds ahead, and nowhere close to saving anytime soon. Just look at the economy. We have $1,400 on Prawn. Wow's got 12,000. They're not saving anytime soon. And again, it's a testament here. Looking at the default from St. Benedict's, their rounds are really, really close knit. They're really doing well to keep their lead. A little few mistakes here and there slipping, but that aggressive push from Fetzian pays off, and he gets out with his life as well. So that's even a double win.
And there's no one else there to trade him out. God's not there. He's trying to do some work there. Gets blinded, and that's a good preemptive flash there from the CT team just to make sure can't really get traded. Doing some damage onto the open middle, but not enough. Not to gain back that man advantage. He's another top mid smoke to cut off information. A little bit of a fake. He actually wants to dig a little deeper. See what's going on the other side.
Yeah, Nate doing a bit of damage there into the mid window as well.
Hazard Dan.
Yeah, you know, this is really nice because if we look where the bomb's top mid, right? And there's such a nice split here. The T's have so much map control, but they actually don't really have that much, if you get what I'm trying to say. They're spreading themselves way too thin.
Exactly, but you know, this is man advantage. You need to be able to jump into the spots and bring it back. And the trades are still in favor of Paul Roos. They're doing quite well to manage a situation like this, but it is down to a 2v3. The bomb is in quite a peculiar place here, and the rotations are coming from CT spawn. Hot and heavy, Latrix, lovely orb shot there. Onto Prawn. Hazard Dan doesn't expect that second player, and Fetch Sean. Nels in the coffin, even retrieves the orb. Or his buddy, his colleague, his schoolmate, his lunch partner, Electrics. And Paul Roos from Cape Town, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they drove all the way down, what, an 18-hour drive?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a long one, eh?
And it's all for the love of the game.
All for the love of the game, Tools. We're here, we're watching some CS, watching the kids. Well, this is actually, effectively, these are the guys that'll be in the pro scene in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
well,
plus minus.
You know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure already there's a few in the pro scene. God's Not Dead missed him. Lovely shot by Savage and to God's Not Dead. That was disgusting, actually. Some wonky flash just to create some space to get some map control. Savage, he does see it. He does hear him. He smells him out like a rotten.
Savage?
Yeah, that was pretty savage.
I mean, yeah, look, that cat angle, if you're not double peeking, you're not using utility, it's so difficult to get through there.
Exactly.
You know, this is what we've been speaking about the whole weekend almost pretty much, is you not using utility effectively. And when you're pushing an angle like cat, especially from mid, you need to have those flashes to push that person out of position.
Plays it quite perfectly. Ooh,
Wow.
PC boy. I haven't seen him net some few kills there. Don't know much about him, but he's got 4 kills. Lovely kill onto that. And that's a B side potentially being overrun, but there's too many numbers rotating in, and it's just down to how they receive these free kills. Fetzian, I mean, at this point, if I was Wowzer, I'd definitely pedal back and try to find another avenue, another point of attack. 3 players in the such. Yeah, you could get 1 or 2, but I mean, to get the bomb down, knowing the rotations are coming hot and heavy, Electrics proves that point to you, and that's 5 rounds on the ball. Paul Rust are climbing back. They're quite a rough start, and I mean, there's a CT map, and you kind of want 8, so
yeah,
they've still got a lot of work to do.
It's one of the few maps that where you go 8-7 on CT, and you're actually quite happy with it.
Exactly.
So, you know, you looking at how these guys are developing over this game, you can see that Paul Rust are actually adjusting to what St. Benedict's are doing, and adjusting quite well. Because we didn't really see that in the last game on Mirage, where
exactly, small adjustments. We didn't really see that at all, and now it is coming to fruition. Just seeing a little bit of that. Good flash into middle. Electric's going to take a peek, but God's not dead. Not there to present him with his presence.
No, not there at all. And again, you know, St. Benedict's playing this very slowly. I do like it, but they haven't really made an effort to waste any of Paul Roos's util.
Agreed.
There's still a lot of smokes on the side of Paul Roos to actually stop this execute when it does come in. Yes, they are on pistols, but showing yourself, making your enemy use their volleys like that. Oh, God's not dead
what
with
a
the
shot.
scout coming in there. Trying to get the second round shot, not really bobbing, weaving, dodging everything, not really getting anything there. That nade's going to do a little bit of damage. But Fetzian's there for the trade. And this is so great to see because they're there. They went okay.
He's playing quite well, Electric.
He
He understands how to play this game. He knows how to, use the skill to his advantage and using his teammates to play around. And that's 6 rounds on the board, and they're closing the gap. There's only 1 round apart from them, and St. Benedict's definitely want to reply. That's such a strong start, so they won't be too happy with how things are going at the moment. All the 7 rounds, they should be happy with that, but, I mean, why not just take the whole arm?
Yeah, get the 8th to 9th here at the end. And, again, you see the weird buyers coming out, the shoddy out for Senor Geraldo. I'm just going to call him Geraldo.
Geraldo!
Here in B-Apps. At least it's a good position to play it with. But Fetzian finding the opening one.
And, after a kill like that, it sets in a bit of nervousness from your T side perspective. They're missing a jungle smoke. They just have stay smoke. They're going to run right through it without a flashbang. And it's never going to work as they're down. Even if they play on Palace. These whilst they trade it out 1v3, it's going to be too hard for him to do it. He gets 2 kills for his efforts, but eventually he gets taken down by Savage. And that's 7 apiece. Deuces.
That is back to a tied game. And I think St. Benedict's, as you said before, Lighters, they're going to be quite upset with that because they had quite a commanding lead at one stage. They had the economy, they had the rounds ahead of them as well, and unfortunately, they just couldn't close it out. But in saying that, Paul Roos have adjusted really well to what St. Benedict's have been doing on the T side. These minor adjustments that they've been making have been netting them rounds. Exactly. And that's what you want to see.
I mean, the 2 gun rounds is one of them they pushed lowest to get that first kill. The second one is pushing up A.
Yep.
And you can see they're being a lot more proactive in the CT side, something you need to be doing in a map like this. Or at the very least, throw it in a few rounds now and then, just to keep the T's on their toes. As you can see, majority of the attacking team is at the upper B. Palace, St. Benedict's just trying to buy some time, cause a bit of nervousness in the CT camp. Paul Roos having none of it. They have a good... Oh, God's not dead. Just deletes him. He understood what the setup was. Electrics at least is there for the trade. The 2 star players going at it, and this time Electrics does take that kill. And now it does activate a trigger, the B burst, and the flashes aren't going to be good enough, and that's potentially a free kill for Fetguk.
Yeah,
the bomber has it down. Too easy for him in a position like that.
Too easy, especially with that molly.
Yeah, it was too disjointed, the attack, and that molly just supplemented it.
Yeah, no, it was. I'd like to have seen a bit more B split coming out, because they had St. Benedict's had very early success with it, and they just never used it again. You know, you had God's Not Dead in mid that got, I think, 2 kills, and then it just allowed that B split to work so well, because you had a rotation coming from B towards A, because the A player was killed, and they played that, they executed that really nicely, but they just didn't use it again. So I'm not too sure why. Maybe a little bit of there's something going on there, but we'll see what happens. Pistol round now, St. Benedict's, they're going to look to take this one, but a very, very aggressive B out push already. Mr. Geraldo trying to get find a pick there, not really.
Ooh, look at this.
With the smokes.
McDonald's smokes coming out, a little bit of a gap, which could work in his favor. But the bomb, we need the money, I need money. Put the bomb down, there we go. They have done that, now post-plant time, 4v4. Post-plants and crossfires, Savage pushes that smoke and gets up a first kill, runs out of bullets. God's not dead. Does good work, and so does Goat. Now it's down to a 2v2. Headshots are important and the time is ticking. PC Boy at least is there to help out with the kill of his own, leaving it down to a 2v1. And the Goat is in such a tight spot. He's got not enough bullets and electrics. It's the nail in the coffin. That's 9 on the boards for Roos. Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
And you know they're going to jump to they're going to win the first. If everything goes towards plan, they're going to win the first 3 rounds, and they're going to be in a quite good lead. So we'll see what St. Benedict's has to offer here. I'd like to see some dynamic play coming out, exactly the same as we saw in the previous round, with some aggression.
What I do like is they're investing in some utility. I mean, 2-3 grenades, a flashbang. I think go for the straight B rush. If this net can be placed in the perfect place, it will be so nice. 2 players dropping from the lowers, and there's too much for Prawn to do there, but the rotation is coming in up a B. The AK has been retrieved, and it's how he lands. The aim punch is coming in nice and strong. Electrics and First Sean do the majority, the bulk of the work, and that's 10 rounds on the board. Just looking how things are going, Paul Roos are not only in the lead, but they got momentum on their side.
They do, and Electrics just pulling his team through there. 23 kills, man. 23 kills after 17 rounds. It's great work.
That is exceptional work. He's potentially putting the team at his back and carrying him through.
Yeah, but now I like the stack there. They're going to run right into, or 2 players are going to run right into it, and those nades doing a little bit of damage. I like this play. I think it could pay off. But
it's a good stack. It's a good stack, and Prawn gets the first kill, but the split, and that's the crux of all this. If the split gets dissected in this fashion, but no, PC Boy stops the bleed, and the guy gets a crazy P250 headshot onto Electrics, the star player, the guy 23 kills, and he's the man you want down if you want to win a round like this. 4v2, they are heading towards that B side. There's Cat, but there's no smoke top connected, so crossing, this 4 players just pointing in this direction. They have no armor, so this could be potentially doable. Just get this first frag and get out of dodge, but no, Hazard Dan does good work, but Prawn burns to death. Yeah.
You hate to lose those, because that now, just from an economy perspective, you know, it puts you on such a back foot, because luckily with the new system that you only have to save 1 coming out of it, but it just breaks that momentum so nicely.
Yeah, it does indeed, and there's nothing worse than a stop train. It takes so much effort to start it again, and perhaps that's how they're feeling at the moment in Benedict with that strong start. They're just trying to get the ball rolling, but nothing's happening just yet for them. If they can just get this first entry, we do see a smoke in top left connector, which does give them some space to cross into Cat, but there's an off angle that's being held. And this smoke is so lovely done by St. Benedict. I like it. It's a Cat smoke, just to slow them down from taking control of Cat, and that's the bomb. And for me, this is going to be tough for them to bring it back. They have Deagles and armor, so the first shot has landed, potentially the second, and that's down to a 3v3. And they've collected their guns. There's an AWP there for the next player, and Fetch Sean, what are you doing? Has it down, is at least there to help out with the boys struggling in middle. And Prawn coming in from that B side. Oh, the face of adversity. He needs to get through Murder Hole, but it's so hard to get through if someone's posting it. And there we go, access is granted. Now is the kill. No, Savage takes him out with that M4, A4. 11 rounds on the board, and that's a reset. The last thing they would have wanted, but they have enough money just throughout the guns that they've saved, do the rounds they have lost have come through, 8k, 6k, so only a few players, so it's not that bad. But the scout, Bought and God's not dead. Perhaps he wants to share the load, share their economy, and spread it to the rest of the boys, but they actually look to balance the economy. Not a bad call coming out of St. Benedict. Yeah, it's still to buy the next round, just to balance it out. A few rifles bought, they didn't invest in any utility, so it's going to come down to how they land these shots. Double CT smoke, quite interesting to see. The GOAT again picking up a lovely kill there, and Wowzer comes in one of his own, just chipping in and chiming in. He's roasted. GOAT had nowhere to run to in a situation like that, and this nade is so meaty.
Juicy.
Even nets himself a kill. Savage. But still, it's still a tough situation there, Equal.
It really is. You know, you're sitting in a 2v2 with the smokes going down. Unfortunately, a CT is still open here, so this leaves a wide open gap for St. Benedict to get themselves back into this round. But when you're hitting shots like that, Fetzian just with the M4 just going mental. Now all you have is a scout on God's Not Dead. He can do this because the players are low already. And
he does
net his team the round there as well. And well, yeah, there we go. He's going to go defuse that bomb. And that's the 9th round on the board there for St. Benedict's. And again, this reset coming in here from Paul Roos. They're not going to be able to buy in this round.
I mean, they can scrape a few things, but it's not going to be an optimal buy. It's not what you want. It's not what you want. So I think just distributing the economy a little bit, just balancing it out, dropping a few. Actually, they're going to go for a full buy.
Okay.
I don't mind this. Actually, this is an okay buy, actually. If they can send that max in quite early to create some space and let the AK straight behind it, or put them in lowers in a close court engagement spot, so it could work out quite nicely for them. It's just comes down to, again, they're getting map control, but just going towards that side, don't able to control those situations like they would. There's a lot of blind spots they're missing out on, which is netting them a few deaths.
It is. I do like the max in as well, just purely from a basis of how often do CTs actually buy head armor. So, you know, you could argue it from that perspective as well that it would work, but he definitely has to be in that close quarters engagement, or he has to get up there first.
Agreed. And for me, that argument sort of plays in much more in the earlier stages of a game, where you know the CTs are forced up and save one, and then they can't really fully buy. So you do know one or two of them will have body armor, not head armor. But mid control has been established, and Hazard Dan is just trying to be a thorn in their side as he gets deleted by Fetchorn. Electric's also picking up a headshot of his own quite early on before that, down to a 5v3, and the shots need to be landing here by Sprawn. He gets himself a crazy flick with that M4 and 5 HP. How does he do it? But God's Not Dead is coming to the party. 2v2.
Yeah. 2v2 coming into this retake. The bomb should. Oh, he's got bomb control. Yes, they do. They'll pick up that bomb, take it towards B side, plant it down, and the information should be here. God's Not Dead and Goat should be rotating. But I like this positioning out of, I think it was Savage. Yeah, Savage sitting in the market. This off angle will always net you at least one kill. If you're not peeking it as two, you're just going to, it nets you a kill here. So I like this position.
Agreed. It's an angle you kind of need a jiggle pick, not wide swing like he's done right now. He picks himself up. Second to last kill of the round, and I don't know, God's Not Dead isn't such low HP. I don't know if he should be still going for this, looking at how things are. The bomb is ticking faster and faster. He does have a kit and a smoke to work with, so that could play into his
oh my word!
Sweet baby Jesus!
Hello?
Okay.
God's Not Dead showing us that it is possible, not even with the smoke. So
wow, that was a crazy headshot there to bring them back into this, and he's sitting at 22 kills, and he's just trying to match up with Electrics on the side of Paul Roos.
Yep.
And yeah, again, it was this last two headshot he netted. Those players in Paul Roos didn't need to overextend. I mean, the first player, they just needed to hide and wait for him to get close into the side and set up a crossfire, but the comms weren't really there, and the positioning wasn't really there for them, which, you know, has put them into quite a bad position with an eco in their hands. With the mid-aggression, my PC boy takes out God's Not Dead, and Braun tried his best, but Savage just does better than him.
Yeah, that really is true, and you see it a lot from. Well, I generally see it a lot from the newer teams, where you put in a situation where your team doesn't actually know how to hold a crossfire, or effectively hold a crossfire, or set up that triangle of doom that we always talk about. And that's just sort of things that will lose you rounds very quickly, and it's evidently shown in that last round where with God's Not Dead picking up the sweep because he was able to just give himself 2 1v1s, which should never happen if you're in a 2v1 situation on side. But getting the round anyways, and now we in a 3v4 situation with the bomb being ever so slowly crept towards that B site, and they're going to burst through here any second. Hazer needs to get the timing right. He doesn't see the first one cross. He gets the tag on the second though, and the information will now come through to his team. Should be rotating, but Electrics with that deagle says good night.
Sweet Prince And Wowza is there, but, I mean, he tried his best getting 2 kills. At least he gave Goats an opportunity to climb back into this round, but comes down to how they peak him. He has no kit to work with. He has utility, and it's going to land in the right spots. Of course, one of the players out, and Savage gets taken down on MP7.
Fetsien
starts the round and closes it. Through the wall.
As well, 12-10 is the scoreline here. 4 rounds Paul Roos need to close this first map off of the best of 3. We didn't get the veto information, so we're not too sure what map we're going into next. Maybe it's a Vertigo again.
Oh, nobody.
I know that God's Not Dead really enjoys Vertigo, so...
I don't enjoy Vertigo, especially the new one. I think it's more so I need to learn more about the game, but forget that. We do see a B-Rush coming in, flashes, smokes. Molotov should be raining in soon, has it down, lands off a crazy kill with the 5-7, and bro, we go Prawn to supplement it out with the kill. 2 kills, in fact 3, make that potentially a 4th, and how did that actually work out? They ran into a meat grounder there.
Crossfires win you games.
Yeah, but flashes should... I saw flashes.
Yeah, that's also true.
That work.
Playing that anti-flash maybe? I don't know. I'd love to get a slow motion replay of how that round went away. So
perhaps in a parallel world that comes into fruition,
perhaps. Well, we just got information Dust 2 will be our next map going into this, but we still need to get all the CS done on this one. There's still a lot to be played, and St. Benedict's here holding with... I like this buy because they've got the 2 MP9s, and there's no armor on the opposing team.
Exactly, and they have all choke points pretty much on lockdown here with God's Not Dead peeking into Con. He actually spotted a player, but he hasn't spotted Fetch Sean yet, creeping on the close left. Oh, they're trying to prawn his way through it, but it's not working out. And they kind of boost into window, which is one of the things it is... I wouldn't say it's optional, but if you're locked out in Con, locked out in Cat, and they give you space like this, why not take it? But what's the decision? Up to the A side or B side? He has been spotted.
Oh no.
So the call has been given out, and it comes down to how Prawn manages this. He has double duty right now. He has to peek into ladder. Oh, wow. Fetch Sean. Oh, baby.
No.
All right, that's a good start. That's something he really wants, especially in an eco like this. But damn, he has so much work to do here. He gets 2 kills. Couldn't really transfer it towards the third, and that's Fat Sean with that Hwandi 2v2. Surprised he hasn't picked up a rifle. Should be getting one any moment now.
When you're hitting shots like that with a deagle, why pick up a rifle?
Agreed.
But they've got off one. God's Not Dead with a great flick there onto Geraldo, and
not like
the deagle, not like this.
No
he
ways.
Gets one more. Can he get the 4th one dig for himself to end off this round? He does.
Ways.
How?
That's insane.
I don't understand that. I just don't get it.
Should be Pro Sean, not Fetch Sean.
Man, somebody picked this kid up. He's doing things.
Crazy things, nutty things. St. Benedict's, they're going to feel the brunt of that. Not only that, the economy will feel that as well. They can't buy anything but upgraded pistols.
A round like that's got to affect you mentally, like proper hard, because you literally got eco'd by one player with the deagle.
Exactly, and quite an emphatic way and a precise way at that. His pre-aims on point. He knew where to be at the right time, at the right place. Essentially did all the hard work, but God's Not Dead, coming with a response of his own, and he's saying, you can do this, I can do it better.
Takes that one dig out, and now 4v5 in this quite early in the round. It's always detrimental for a T side to lose a player that early into the round, because it sort of just slows down your attack completely. And God's Not Dead gets another one. He says, well, Fetchon, you can do it, I will do it better. Gets a second one there for himself as well. Geraldo gets a headshot through the wall.
Yeah, has it down. Bit of an overextension there. Yeah. Just giving away an advantage, but they still are looking quite good to win this round in Benedict's. If they rotate the right way, they can pick up those guns in the middle, but they have no information, so I can understand why they're not going to do that. Yeah. And they're heading towards the stack. There's 3 players here, and they're going right into the meat grounder. And if the goat can repeat those headshots from Ducky or above Palace, things should be looking good for them. But no, God's Not Dead rotates off.
Oh,
the sound cues are there, the flashes are coming in, so the rotations should come in any moment now. Wowza with the deagle shot of his own into electrics, and he's just going to be jiggling. And now, oh my god, the goat going in Batman style gets traded out though. Now he leads into one man, Fetch Sean, the savior of the previous round. He gets loaded, gets given a gun with no bullets.
Wow.
That's the worst situation to be in. He's picking up a gun with no bullets.
Yeah, that's so rough. It's
With
like,
those
have the
deagles.
courtesy to reload it for me before you drop it.
It's
or before you
manners.
die.
It's basic manners. Close the door when you open it and reload your gun before you die.
I just want to see all 10 players play with deagles at this point. Just go deagle armor, guys, and have fun. 29 kills on Fetzian, and God's Not Dead on the same side, I think. Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
So very, very close game. This has turned into a very close game, just with the amount of. But Lighters Fetzian has a deagle armor. With
No.
So they were 14-12 question mark.
14-12. I mean, again, they're not doing their best to negate these deagle one-shot headshots. I mean, just the angles they're playing, how they're exposing themselves to it. It's not really that proficient. But God's Not Dead. He's going to pick up a first kill with that AWP. He's sitting in CT spawn, and he doesn't seem to be missing a lot of shots. So that avenue is pretty much cut off. They do have a smoke and a flash to work with at the very least, but that's sitting at top middle. And perhaps they're going to be looking to boost into middle once again, but this flashbang does alert Fat Sean and Savage that there's a play in window. Does he overextend nonetheless? There we go, Fat Sean trying to do his best to replicate the previous round, but the GOAT has a superior gun and doesn't really work out for the lad.
I like that crossfire between Connector and Cat as well. Yeah. You know, you sitting there, you're holding, you're making sure that your teammate is getting pushed, and with somebody like God's Not Dead on the AWP, as I say that, watching the T ramp, the GOAT being taken out, Savage getting another one.
Yeah, and it's just through middle, and I can see what these two teams are doing. A lot of them, both sides, they kept going mid-round, just to, cut off the rotation, take advantage of any mistakes, and PC Boy is going to take out Wowza. God's Not Dead, once again, there for the trade, and it comes down to this Dawling Connector. Hazard Dan have...
Oh, there we go. They're going to rotate Catcher. He's going to expect him to be in connector, and he doesn't see it coming. That's lovely. I really like to see that.
Oh, God's Not Dead. He just misses the heels of Senor Harold.
Oh, no, the bomb was going down. Okay. I didn't hear the sound cue.
Just in time.
Just in time, yeah.
This is still doable for God's Not Dead. I mean, if he places the molly in the right spot, but the crossfire seems a lot stronger. One close right and one broken. How does he work this out? He needs to peek these angles quite precisely to bait out. So, oh my god, okay. Gets traded up by Savage. I thought it was on for him. Lovely first shot.
It was.
Savage there's left the trade.
14-12. I called it.
Oh, wow, yeah. Teams struggling versus these decos.
Struggling versus the decos. And I mean, it's you hit the nail on the head, though. It's the positioning that you're holding. You're sitting in the same angle. You're not playing off angles against pistols. Once you know that your enemy team is ecoing, you should be in that mentality of let's go and hold off angles, because we know, especially with the deagles, how powerful they can be. If your pre-aim's on point, and not in that case, because PC Boy just says, nope, I'm going to prove recoil wrong and just take your head off.
Agreed, and you see the A hit is coming in, and God's Not Dead is doing his best to just try slow it down a little. Does get 2 kills. And that second kill, the rotating from CT spawn is coming in, and he should try aid in some work there, and he does in fact. Prawn picking up Senor Harold. And Fat Sean, last one left alive. And we've seen how good he's with the deagle, but can he come into play with this AK? No. That's Not Dead. A bit too strong with that AWP, and his positioning was superior. And he's got himself 33 kills there. Doing the Lord's work, really.
30-30. 33 kills. Both Fetzian and God's Not Dead star players on, well, I mean, Electrics and Fetzian, but both getting 30 bombs. So it's good to see them putting in their work, trying to bring their teams across the finish line. But it is getting to that stage now where the next person who loses the round might lose the game.
Yeah, true. Just looking at the economy, like you mentioned, it's at that stage, and the buy from St. Benedict isn't the greatest at the moment. Yeah. The GOAT sitting with all the utility he would have wanted in a round like that, especially sitting under Daki. If they molly you out, it gets a bit hot and heavy.
Yep.
It comes down to God's Not Dead rotations. You see he's heading towards that B site, and theoretically you would want him to head towards the larger side and retake, but Fat Sean opens the round up. Now it's left to Wowza. He needs to bob and weave. He needs to stay alive long enough for the rotation to come. He's getting wrapped around, and Electrics takes him out. That's the site down. The retake is the next step for St. Benedict's right now. The smokes are still up, so they're going to kind of have to wait it out a little bit. What if one of the smokes who actually faced before use that Molotov, and there's a guy sitting right by benches, and Braun isn't aware of this, and he reloads, and that smoke's about to dissipate in any second round. He feels them, he smells their presence, he gets the kill onto triple. And now it's just 2 more. That's a very long smoke, to be honest. He gets another
That
kill.
was so long.
Prawn down to a 1v3, and I don't know, man. My odds aren't in his favor right now. He has no idea where these 3 players are. If he holds this, if he gets his defuse, I will live on my hand.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay.
It's too close for comfort, though.
No, okay.
Too close for comfort.
All his rights in the world. All his rights in the world. He didn't get that defuse. It was very close. But he didn't. My heart. I can't deal with. If he got that all.
A 1v3 defuse ninja. No.
Yeah, without a smoke, even.
Yeah. I would have had a call attack pause for them.
Well, 15th round on the board here. Match point for Paul Roos. Playing against a not really a strong buy here from St. Benedict. God's Not Dead getting very aggressive and lows. See if he has that M4. See if he can maybe find 1 or 2. The angle is being watched by Fetzian. The timing.
That's the gamble. See, with a play like that, you either need to be posting as a terrorist or as a CTY swinging that angle. And they both did in between. They both did half jobs, which netted in both of them taking just a little bit of damage each. And no kills resulted in that. And this buy you mentioned earlier, wherever team lost the previous round, is going to come into this round with pots and pans and knives and forks. And as you can see, St. Benedict, they're doing their best. They have a kit and have some armor to work with, and upgraded deagles and a UMP and an M4, but I don't think it's good enough. They need to be able to control middle, maybe take a ramp, as they've lost mid control at this point in time. And all this does is leave them into 1v1 duels, like you're seeing right now. No trades can be made in situations like this, and there we go, kinetic control on the wrap onto the A side. And I'm afraid this could be the round down if they don't approach it the right way. They still have a key man in the form of Goats under Ducky. He gets taken out. He gets a kill for his effort, but the pre-aim there was a bit too strong. But 2v2, I don't know what's going on. Disorientation, that's what.
Disorientation.
The bomb is down and Prawn. He tries to net that pre-aim headshot there, and it's not working out from he is sensing and feeling another player coming in, but
God's Not Dead hasn't seen this rotate, so they're going to find. They should find one, but they have no idea that Savage is in CT. This could be very, very detrimental. Do they sniff it out? Yes. Okay, Prawn has some sort of indication that the player is coming from CT, and they go
to round 14.
To round 14
rounds.
14 rounds.
Round 30.
Let's go. Full game of CS. Are we going to see some overtime? St. Benedict
I think it's leaning towards it's leaning towards overtime. Looking at Paul Roos's economy, you can just see they got just upgraded pistols. They got an AK nonetheless, so it's okay. But he's got body armor and an AK. I'll wing that. I'll go with that.
Really?
He's gonna land a headshot. Yeah, he just sacrificed to get a flashbang, and he just seemed to be the main point now with the flashbang. That's a waterfall coming out Palace, and lovely by Electric to get the first kill. Does get traded up by Waza. God's Not Dead, right time, right place. Just cleans up an L3 there. 15 HP left on Wowza, and like you said, overtime is sitting on our doorstep.
Well, we have Fetzian. We've seen what he can do. Maybe he can clutch this round out. It is 3 players left. Wowza's on 15 HP. I'd still say it's doable, just looking at the utility that he has in hand as well. The sound cue does come out so Prawn. He finds one of the high HP players as well. So Wowza now and God's Not Dead, they've got some work to do. Both with 2 kills already. And Fetzian, he's got a lot of time to work with. But St. Benedict's just holding that bomb really well. They're not being overly aggressive. They're not over-peaking. And
agreed. And
it's really nice to see.
It's very hard for St. Benedict's to mess this up at the moment. They got a man advantage. They got the bomb down in their vicinity, and the crossfires are there. So it just comes down to communication and teamwork and how they navigate this. Double duty is being done by God's Not Dead, but the sound cue has come out, so they should be both focused and trained on this choke point right now. God's Not Dead is holding high ground, and Wowza holding low ground, and he does just what he needed to do, is get that headshot. And if he didn't, the team was there to trade, and that's overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
That is overtime, even with 2 30 bombs in the form of Fetzian and Electrics. Unfortunately for Paul Roos, we are going to overtime. They could just not quite close it out. I think the economy just let them go, but they're in the end. And unfortunately for them, we're in overtime. And we don't see an AWP on Paul Roos. I like it. I don't think you need an AWP on CT on Mirage. On T-side, rather.
I don't know. It depends which team you're playing and how you go about your default, etc., and the pace you're playing it. But looking at how things are going now, looking at the exec coming into the A site, I don't think, like you said, needed an AWP. They can just smoke off of the various choke points and just work the buddy system in trade outs. Whoever's playing in those close nooks and crannies inside under bulk, sandwich, etc. They are playing this kind of slow. They're wasting utility, baiting out utility at that. Just looking at St. Benedict's economy, they've based at their side, they've wasted a lot of utility. Looking at the scoreboard, very skewed, very top heavy in both teams, but at the moment, it's gonna pretty much come down to who blinks first.
Yeah, it really is. And here comes the execute coming out now. Mollies are in, and first kill goes to the way of Paul Roos. That is now 4v5. But St. Benedict are playing this really slowly. They're not committing anything through the smokes, which is really, really good to see. Here comes the first bit of butyl. Hazadan picking up the first kill, but getting traded out almost immediately.
Exactly, in a 4v3 situation like this, shots need to be landing down to a 3v3. Prawn doing lovely work there. PC Boy trading it out. Lovely headshot to Prawn. Not dead with that AWP. He's doing monumental work, but he needs to do more. He needs to clutch this 1v2. He's bobbing and weaving. No scope onto Electrics, and it's just 1v1. Where is Fetcook? High ground, and you all know high ground always wins, but how does he do this? He needs to get out of here. This grenade is going to slow him down a little bit, do some damage, but there we go. The call has been made to get out of dodge. Save the gun for that next round. I know, guys, we're not in a club. It is just loud music.
Yeah, it is just loud music. Stream going on in the background. Dota 2 happening at the same time. Yeah, so what is it? It's CS League and Dota happening here this weekend at the HSEL High School Esports League. We are watching St. Benedict's versus Paul Roos. This is Group B, and we're doing a round robin. Day 1, Day 2, we're going to look at that single elim and to crown a winner for this tournament. So, getting back into this game, Paul Roos already on that Galil, Senior Geraldo on a Galil. I mean, he had the money for an AK, so I'm not too quite sure.
Probably a misbuy. I have fat fingers, so I also misbuy now and then. So I understand completely. I understand your pain, Senor. Oh, good dink, but no dong just yet, and he just sprays it down. Oh, the dong. Gets 2 kills there. That's exactly what you wanted. And you didn't even see them. A good smoke bangs there, but Goats just adds more pressure onto Paul Roos.
Okay.
But Savage. At least he gets a trade. It's still 2v4. It is winnable. Comes down to what PC Boys does here, and Cats comes down to this fight, but nothing comes of it just yet.
With the positioning of, I was just about to say, with the positioning of Savage and PC Boy, it makes it so difficult to try and do anything to get any damage done onto that A site, because you have all angles covered pretty much.
Agreed.
Two through mid, you're not getting through connector, especially with God's Not Dead watching that angled AWP. We've seen what work he's already done with that AWP on this map. So unfortunately here for PC Boy, looks to be the ends of that. So St. Benedict's going to tie this up, surely tie this up 16 all.
Yeah, both teams struggling to string rounds together, trading back and forth, and you could see sometimes how the disconnect comes into play, especially in middle by these two teams, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say frustrating for me, frustrating for them nonetheless, because one, they're losing out on the economic value of that as well. So
I mean, you've been in these situations quite a lot in your professional career. How do you go about in overtime making sure that the guys, for the newer guys watching, making sure that you're managing your economy?
From the CT perspective,
yeah.
I mean, one, sacrifice head armor, because you know over time they're always going to be AKs or AWP, so that's the way to just help out the economic value a little bit. And 2, just always get two to three kits, I'd say. It's another way to just compound the economy a little bit more. And 3, if you're going to save.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, a lot of players expect they're going to save, and you found out they're actually going for exits, and it's a completely different concept, the two.
Yeah.
Right now, stalemate between the two teams.
So slowly compared to the rounds that they have been in the past.
I like it. It's methodical. You make sure you bait out kit, but the dry P comes out. The Mindful jungle not deep enough, so they will give Wowzer a bit of room to work with. Yeah, Vet Sean picking up Hazer Dan, and that's the opener that really needed. But look at this.
Oh,
So
I like
there's such
this.
a ninja spot. He needs to be good for two at the very least. No, he gets traded out. And in a position like that, you need to be good for two.
Yeah.
Because one, you actually baited out your teammate. Your teammate died for your cause.
Exactly. And that one and done.
Ooh, savage.
Savage. Taking that one. God's not dead through the smoke. Saw the trickle of feet and took the shot. Gets the kill. And now going to use some util to try and flush out position. Oh, you
But
have to
Sean,
hit
you need those. Those are the ones you hit 9 out of 10 times, but that one time has costed him. Down to 2v2, the bomb is being DP'd right now.
Hold it.
The Nyinya is
Hold
coming
it.
through. He's holding.
Hold it.
Great grandmother
There we
spatula,
go.
he clutches it out.
And God's not
Insane.
dead with the 41 kills in overtime already. Taking that one down for his team, making sure that they get that round. And 17-16 now is the scoreline. What's that? Two more for St. Benedict's to take this? 19-16,
Yeah,
eh?
first to 19 pretty much. So St. Benedict's are in the lead. They've actually were able to string 2 rounds together at the very least. I mean, throughout the whole interactions, but the engagement between the two, it was always back and forth. But, you know, eventually come on top and switching sides saw the terrorist. It's not too bad.
I want to see the slower play come out towards the B side. We saw it work for them in the first round where they split B because they took mid control and went up cat. I'd like to see that again because it worked so well for them. And we do have Prawn here on the lurk just to make sure, but he needs to keep players here. He can't do what he did in the first half when they were on T and just rotate.
Oh man!
But there's that mid.
How was that wide swing? That was the widest thing I've ever seen.
Just swings wide and gets the kill. Almost nets
And
his team
exactly, and he's sitting with the SIG especially. The spray transfer is not the easiest thing to do in the world. It's quite complex if you actually had to go practice with that gun. But it's a 3v5 at the moment, and he's just tapping away. At least he's able to net himself a kill, and that's a 4v3 at the moment. I need to even out the numbers here. They have the clock on their side at the very least.
They do.
Wow, sir.
Still a lot of time left. This is still very doable. Just depends on where they go. If they run into this B side, I think I'd rather like to see them go A because they don't have any mid control. You have the player already halfway up cat. If that angle got peaked, Wowzer would have been dead.
Exactly, but again, you can't really exactly precisely wide swing peak the right spot. So I understand why he's not going for that 7. He gets himself a free kill. Yeah, there we go. 19 HP, so it's kind of hard, but this preemptive utility usage from Roos is so important. It's so good. And you can see why as they net themselves the 17th round on the board, and that's Deuce's tie.
Yep. First to 19 will get this, but we're getting very close towards a second round of overtime. At this stage of the game, when you're this late into the first round, I mean, they need to change something up. St. Benedict's, they adjusted a little bit more, but Paul Roos are doing so well at just readjusting to what St. Benedict's are doing.
Agreed. And you can see it in middle. You can see how the hesitation is coming into play, how certain players aren't pre-aiming and clearing certain angles with precision, and it's just, it falls down to them not throwing enough caution to the wind. It's been second overtime. I mean, the first overtime, almost 30 rounds have gone past. I mean, it has gone past. So at that stage, everything you've practiced and prepared for, you've kind of used. So you need to rely on your individual skill there with a bit of teamwork, of course. Buddy system, moving to connect it, trade it out, make sure you got to apply holding A, apply holding B.
And we all know how important teamwork is on a map like Mirage, especially on the T side. And not only saying that, but on the CT side as well, you need to make sure your communication is there, you need to make sure your rotations are there as well.
Agreed.
And again, St. Benedict really responsible to the T side. This should be pretty much stock standard for them at this point in overtime. This is the second round in a row that they've done this. Not only in overtime. God, was that a...
That was a dink, but no dong.
Okay.
13 HP. And I think that's why you definitely want the AK in a situation like that. It's definitely a free kill with the M4.
Oh, well, that's
all the
strength,
damage,
right?
Yeah.
That's the strength of that AK.
But that's why you see a lot of players pick up the AUG, but it got nerfed, so it's not as good as it used to be. As we can see, the McDonald's smokes are coming out. The B exec is coming into play now. Savage is holding such a nice angle. He put down the molly, and he's done his job. Even if he goes down right now, he's done his job. And now there's only one player alive. God's not dead, and I don't think he can clutch out a round like this. He needs the heaven and earth to move to clutch out a round like this. And PC Boy is going to jump shot him.
Well, 18-17, Paul Roos 1 round away from closing this first map out. We're moving on to Dust 2 after this. So Dust 2 a map that always lends itself towards individual aggression or individual effort, and not really much teamwork. A lot of the newer strats on a map like Dust, on Dust 2 specifically, are very team oriented, taking mid control, taking A long control, going on to A side. But let's first finish with this map, and mid control is taken quite heavily here. The Molly's coming out from St. Benedict, making sure that they get this. Oh no, there's a gap in the smoke. The connector control has
but
been
the gap
taken.
betrays him. The gap costed him his teammate's life, and they're going to take jungle control. He needs to move into CT spawn just to stop the bleed a little bit. As you can see, the A-star has fallen, and the smokes are blocking out the information and vision from Savage, and he has so much work to do. You can't really go through murder hole in a situation like this, right? I'd almost say, here we go, wait for Fetchon to do a bit of work there. Even a flashbang he could have thrown for his teammate to climb through murder hole, but there's a guy sitting top con, and I definitely think he's not aware of that. Electric's CT spawn, smoke has dissipated, so some room and space to work with. Wowza taking on Fetchon, then con, and this is just too tough. Second overtime is just moving on us right now.
It is, and there we go. We are going into a second round of overtime. St. Benedict's clawing their way back into this game.
Yeah. Again, it's important, you know, for players to understand when to use that Molotov and how to adjust. If you're going to use a Molotov like that, you've got to make sure it lands in the right space so you can actually over-peak and see who's going into con. And your teammate at con needs to be aware of it, surely.
They really do, and if you're using, like you said, if you're using that molly, for me it's not just that one, but it's using util to the right extent, right?
Yeah.
Using a smoke on a site, knowing where your enemy is going to push around that smoke, and being able to pre-fire the angles. Using your utility not just to smoke something off, but to move your opponents around the site.
Yeah. Effective utility usage is key. What's the management if you're going to want to use that terminology, but Fetchon. But a jiggle peeking there up a bit. Spot Scar's not dead out, but
being quite yeah, look, there's a stack on this B side now. I like to see again how Paul Roos are actually adjusting, and it's minor adjustments. You have your mid player playing a little bit closer in terms of markets. He's still on the quick rotate to get towards A side, but they are using those smaller adjustments to get themselves ahead, and it's netting them rounds. Whether it's not maybe rounds, but netting them kills in the right direction as well.
Agreed. As you can see, it's a stalemate. 58 seconds on the clock. No kills have been made just yet. Not even map control, if you want to look at it from that perspective.
They really have minimal map control, and with Mirage map control being so important to get around the map through lowers, that's why mid control is so important. But here comes the A execute. There are nades coming through. Senior Zero, this is going to be very important. Doesn't get one. Godlot there with the orb. Electric trades out almost immediately. Looking for this connector.
Oh man. I love how he pivots and turns and just makes sure each angle has been put in isolation. What did he get
through the
wall, leg shot there into
through the wall
Goat?
Onto Goat.
He's sitting in such a situation like this. Like you don't win those, especially in the HP Euro, but Electric's going to try and carry on his performance in the middle. You see he's looking for some room to work with, and he was a little gap. It was a little gap like that.
Little gap, yeah, little gap.
That's quite well.
And that is the 19th round there for them. So first 23 will, 23. First 23 will win you this game. Second round of overtime.
I've seen these games go on for days and days on end, and it's all that's down to one team. Just, you know, it's down to the CT side. You need 3 rounds on the CT side. I just think in situations like this 100%. Or in overtimes, it's a bit tricky. On the terrorist side, you've used your entire strat book, you've exhausted everything you know.
Yeah. There's just a thing like that now where you change your angle consistently based on what your teammates are doing.
Agreed.
And that should perfectly happen there. But now 2 trades going in the way of St. Benedict. There's the orb coming out from Electric again, finding another one. He could find the third. Don't push that angle, use utility instead, and they do just that. And Robert then finds the one, Electric finds another. He's and this is exactly what we were talking about, changing your position, making sure that on CT side you're picking up the rounds.
Exactly, but it is a 2v1 and we know how impactful Prone can be. You can see he's the smoke, gets the first kill into Electrics, and his spidey senses do tell him there's a player in CT spawn. He does utility to work with. He fakes out the bomb plant, takes high ground, and Fetchon's not going to expect this. He just misses the tip of his dome. But he does sense it. He does know he's there,
he
which
knows
at the very
he's
least,
there,
a Molotov. This is big. But he overthrows it.
Pushes him out at the end. Prawn will
Okay,
get that kill.
told you. He's the man to watch.
He is. Wins that 2v1, and that puts a tied back. That puts us on back to a tied game. And we've seen one tack pause in this game in overtime, just before overtime, right? But it's the same it seems to be the same in the South African scene in general, where teams are only learning now. I'm talking about your top 5 teams are only learning now how to use those pauses effectively.
Yeah, you'd see early on in the year teams weren't using tack pauses at all, and then when it hit like July, more and more teams now, pretty much every team's taking a tack pause at the Masters level, and now you can see it's sort of trickling down into the school level, which is nice to see. Yeah, it is.
I just want to see them being used a little more effectively. But Fetsian, or PC Boy rather, being taken out there.
And it's not good for the CTs. You don't want to be sitting at this man advantage. Right now, you kind of need to be making aggressive plays just to take a bit of map control. If you're gonna give something, you have to take something.
Yes.
And that's the ideology behind the CT side. Hazard is gonna cause a fake.
Savage.
But then the switch comes into be the good old bait and switch. And Fetlo on that. Molotov is perfect. The splash bang is perfect. Another one just to slow them down even further. But they're hot on his heels and he gets a double. Oh my sweet baby, how?
Hello? Fetzian. Stop it. What's that?
Alright.
That's 3
Alright.
Which is way too much. I mean, that round was literally Fetzian. Like, he won that round.
2 players are sitting on 41 kills.
That's
on
insane.
Paul Roos.
1 on 31. And it's a testament to show. I've always said the closer a team's scoreline is, means how well they're playing as a team together, right? Yeah. And you can just see that on Paul Roos. Yes, the scoreline's really close in terms of it being 2019 and overtime.
They took a tack pause.
But they took a tack pause.
So they are learning.
I love it. They are learning. They're listening. They're listening.
That's what they're cheating if they are listening. But they are listening.
And, well, the AWP leg shot does come in. Why was it taking a bit of damage there?
Not an easy shot to hit as well.
Outside all the time. I always miss that shot.
The car they take. There's a boss play there. The Molotov on his feet, but his teammate, that's teamwork. Makes the dream work there. He puts out the fire beneath his feet, and at least he's on 3 HP. They have the side contained at the very least. Good off angle there by Ghost Not Dead, and Hazard down as aid him in that regard. And they need to use utility off just to cut off information, cut off vision.
There's so much utility not being used. I think that's always probably my only criticism of new teams, is where you look at a team that dies with $1,000 worth of util in their pocket. You know, it's not great, especially when you're that late into a round. You use your flashes, use your smokes, use your util. It doesn't even have to be used effectively. Just throw it. Just use it.
It comes down with experience, because I'd say a lot of players don't use the utility effectively enough because they don't know how. And the more and more, game time they get, they'll become more proficient with that.
They will, and I like this aggression here from Electrics. He's getting aggressive there into the lows area, and this is a very. But you don't really see the Palace lurk that often. And it looks like he's just going to throw. Well, he threw some util, just baiting the third player to rotate onto that side. So, and that was all done with a flash.
All done with a flash, indeed. And they're sticking to their guns. They're sticking with their 4-1 setup. Keep the majority together and let the star player lurk. That's exactly what's happening now. And again, I mentioned earlier in the previous game that if you're going to have a lurk, you've got to be impactful. You've got to slow down the rotations. You see the B hit is coming in, utility. So much work. Right now takes out the first. He needs to maneuver, put himself in a better position. He gets taken out by Batman. Flying off green, if you will. But God's Not Dead. Right time, right place. Rosen. Window cat. Again, that's their rotate. That's the lurker that needs to be there. That's why you use him. And it's down to Senior Harold. He needs to, I don't know, players create these 1v1s, and he does. How?
How does
Explain.
That happen? So that there for me was just little to no communication on the side of St. Benedict. Right? You're pushing in, your lurks coming through, getting picked off. the call needs to come in that there's somebody cat, because that person's already gotten the information, knows where the player is. But in that situation, both players were looking into broken wall, trying to get that kill, and both T players were looking onto side, trying to get the kill.
Exactly.
Nobody was pushing into a crossfire.
We've all been in those situations where your teamies are shouting broken, 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 and it's not broken at all.
No,
so that could have been a
all.
communication error there. An unforced error, as they would say.
Yeah, unforced error, yeah. But now, going into the latter half here, Paul Roos win this one. They take the game. 22 rounds.
And they're a man disadvantage, so this could go on for a bit longer.
It could go on for a bit longer, yes.
But for me, it's going to come down to Fetch Sean. Oh,
Oi.
he's aware. This was a good jiggle peek.
It was. Oh, look at this. Get one, doesn't get the second though.
Savage does trade it out, and that creates some space, because now they can actually have decisions between going towards middle, going towards cat, going towards that B side. Their options are open. Only 55 seconds on the clock, so decisions need to be made by the captain.
That's also given St. Benedict a lot of information. Yes, they lost a man, but they still have a man advantage. They know exactly where the team is, and they go to you need to check your angles! But PC Boy gets it, and now it's a 2v3.
He gets traded out, takes Sean, and that's overtime number 2. And again, I mean, how do you... It comes to the point where you need experience to be able to know how to finish off rounds, to have the composure, to have the discipline, to put yourself in a winning position, and you can... It's just not coming through from either team at the moment.
Yeah. No, that is true. You have a look at it, and I think it leans down to experience.
It does.
And how much experience these teams have, because that for me is always a big factor. What's that?
Just the in-game check. This is going to take a while. Just the in-game check coming through from the players.
Looking at the experience and not having that experience to close the round off and doing the right things in overtime. Because remember, in overtime this becomes a very different game.
Yeah, yeah. You have guns every round, basically.
Exactly.
There's no ecos to think about, no deagles to worry about, and random angles that you're not expecting. Both nades are quite important, both nades are quite impactful, but now it just comes down to nade spawn. Gets the first player jumping out the bulk, and that smoke is such a nice one down and mow them all down. Shooting fish in a barrel is what they would say.
Wow, that is such a great big round for St. Benedict's. Like we mentioned before, what you need to do in overtime is win your CT rounds, because you've already gone so deep into your strat book that on T side that you're just not, you don't have any steam left in the tank on T side at this point.
You can see it. They've run out of ideas, and it's coming through. Little mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
They could just slow the game down a lot. I mean, if it were up to me, you'd only get the bomb down in the 20-second mark. Make sure every nook and cranny has been cleaned out, every default has been executed.
But this isn't something that you want to do, is throw players into...
yeah, it's expensive on the CT side. I mean, Fetch Sean,
he's hitting his shots,
exactly, so you don't want to... You give him a hand, he'll take the arm. No. God's not dead, he's going to nail the coffin, yeah. Get the final shot to Fetch Sean, and that's 22 rounds on the board for St. Benedict.
Pawn getting that 4, that was massive. I mean, he single-handedly won that round for his team. Pawn on that, and it was... We were talking about effective util usage, and that was it. Using that smoke to his advantage, jumping up onto van and getting 4. 22-21 in this game. St. Benedict's in the lead now, but this is turning out to be one of the closest games of this tournament already. And, God's not dead. Just missing that ball shot. That player has peaked, going. That angle, Savage to connect to the ball would have come out. Senior Jet.
And this is what I'm talking about. You take caution to the wind, a bit more careless near there. You keep things together, the ball go in your favour. Yeah. And then that falling down like dominoes are St. Benedict, and really coming towards Prawn at the moment. Yes, I don't think he'll be able to clutch out this round, although
we've seen him do it before.
All it takes is one or two of these players just make a small mistake. Get a chance to clutching out this round. This touchdown grenade is perfect. He has the molly, he has a smoke and a flashbang to work with, so if he's able to just dissect them down to a 1v1 each, just work those angles in this favor, could work out from. And that smoke, put it down, and he gets a crazy headshot into Senor.
Oh my word.
Okay. He's too good.
Okay.
He's here all day, and he's been doing it all day. He's sitting on potentially, 47 kills?
47 kills, yeah.
It's all dead people.
It's a lot of
It's
dead
a
people.
good thing you get to respawn every round. It's not, it's not IRL and stuff, so.
Yeah. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of dead people just from this game already. And this also is taxing, right? I mean, we're in the 3rd round of overtime.
It is
You've already
exhausting,
played
yeah.
a map and a half of CS, full map and a half of CS, and he's still carrying on. And it's still this guy's going, back and forth. God's not dead, picking up Fetzian, and he's going to get another. So,
Well, he was aware of it nonetheless, so
aware,
I'd like to see that. A good heads-up play from him, but misses that opportunity to further the advantage. Yep. Stay hydrated, folks. It's hot out here.
It is. Excuse me. It is hot out here, and well, 22. The AWP coming in here, they haven't really been using it mid all that much. I mean,
Oh, the run burst.
you do it.
You get on the mate ledge. There we go. First jump. But there's no one there.
No.
It's a greeting with the warm welcome. Electric's going to smoke out window. Just further the map control from their point of view.
God's not dead, just being a little bit too aware, knowing that the player's there.
Senor Harold.
Senor Harold. Getting one for his FZ nade coming through. The connector push. They shouldn't be pushing through the smoke. Because, I mean, crossfire of death coming out of that connector.
Yeah, we go. Well into it, but isn't able to net the spray transfer there. Has it done? But gets traded out once again, and now I like to see this quite evenly matched between the two teams, but it's a botch. He didn't know what to do there.
Getting caught with the knife in the hand, man.
Stuck between decisions there, and it's just, at least Electric's is 7 kills there. He is.
Oh!
Wow! All right.
Okay.
All right. He's coming to play. He wants the 50. He wants the 50 bomb. He wants the 50 bomb.
He wants 50. I mean, 51 on God. That was an insane one tap.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm surprised at Electric's headshots, because I've seen him do this in the past.
No, true, but
I'm a big fan of headshots.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
They're exciting to watch. And 23-22, 2 rounds in it. Can Paul Roos close it out, or St. Benedict's going to come back and take this to another round of overtime? This is very close. This play here, there's no util going out on side. Nobody's setting up for any util. They're going to push through, drop peek through.
It's okay as long as they get the trades in their favor and they're able to contain the site afterwards.
Man, how Westville double nade going down into T-ramp right now.
Yeah, but that was in quite a dodgy spot. I was just saying, if he didn't net that first kill, it's going to be quite tough for him. And Electrix is there in the rotation towards jungle. Confronted with 2 players, he gets taken up front, and at least Savage is there. Bails him out of that time.
Yeah, he is there. Bomb
goes down, 4v3. It's tough for Paul Roos.
Yep.
They don't have much utility to work with. They're getting flashed out and slowed down further and further. The bomb is ticking faster and faster, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how they solve this mystery, this puzzle.
Wow's position here, close ticket, is going to be quite pivotal for them to take this round. Show himself late. He doesn't. Senior Gerald takes that one, and that is 3 very quick kills. They are going to take this.
See, that's when you know things aren't normal. When you expect the team to definitely close out around like that, and they don't. They didn't even use utility.
They didn't. They had a single flash, a molly, and a smoke. They didn't use any of it. And St. Benedict's were just peeking into them. They didn't need to. All they needed to do was hold their afterplant and make sure that Paul Roos come to them.
Just play off each other. One man does, you trade for trades until you left down to a 2v1 because they had a man advantage to favor them out. But a bit of an extension have costed them that opportunity.
And I mean,
especially that round.
That's a mistake that could lose you the game right now. You know, if Paul Roos take this one, that's game set.
And I feel like it will actually. Just looking at the 2-round advantage, and just looking how the first kills have come and looking how solid the B start is being held. And as you can see, Fetchorn is there. He's going to drop this Molotov, and as the Molotov drops, life becomes extremely difficult for St. Benedict, going through such a tight choke point with no space to work with. At least one player's managed to get out there. Both did too much work, doing the whole work actually. Stop 2 kills there. Braun doing huge work, taking himself another 2. That's a 2v4. How?
I don't understand how these rounds are working. TK coming in as well. Hazadan killing himself. And now it's just Senior left alone. And he's going to save this. He's not going to go for this. we're going to another round of overtime.
All right, I think I know what's going on here. It's just players aren't reacting accordingly to what's happening or knowing how to react, because that definitely looked like the player jumping out bulk, right? Should have died. He's landing at the molly. There was a person holding that angle. There were no flashes to actually aid him. So I don't know what went wrong. They weren't watching the right player, but it's those situations like that that could keep this going into third overtime. Or fourth. Or fifth. Or
I mean, I remember, I'll never forget that it was Comic-Con last year, not this year's one, last year. Sin 5 versus XD going to 8 rounds of overtime.
8 overtimes.
8 overtimes. 8 rounds of overtime. It was like, it was something stupid like 84 rounds of CS.
So that was the delay. It makes so much sense.
Yeah, well,
I was still playing back then. So
you were.
It was good times for me.
Now, 24-23, we are getting to very late stages of this now, of this overtime. And Paul Roos need to secure the ground. If they don't, then we're going. Ahead. Finds one, has it done, finds another, and this is now the complete opposite of what we were saying. St. Benedict's on the T side doing so much work, making sure that they close these rounds off. It's a 3v5. We've seen these go the other way around, but Bomb hasn't gone down yet, and now we have a rotation fully towards the B site, where a couple of pieces of util were used for the whole team.
Exactly, and they're getting locked out with extra utility. They're taking further and further control of that A site, potentially CT spawn if you are aware of that. The bomb has gone down. 35 seconds left. As Dan's going to get himself the easiest kill of his life. Senior Harold and Electrics have all the work to do in their hands.
Well, there's one now. Senior all to do. He finds a second, 3 more to find. He has aces and once he's running out of time. There's the third. Can he find the fourth and fifth?
He has the smoke to work. The bomb's not planted for both players.
Okay.
Spawn, and there we go.
We're fine.
It's okay, guys.
Dan's got this. We're going to another round of overtime, and that is overtime number 4.
What a marathon indeed. What a marathon.
Win already? So, overtime number 4 starting now, 24-24. Double AWP setup. This is a change. We haven't seen this yet coming out of Paul Roos, so maybe they can use that to their advantage. No AWP on the side of St. Benedict, so Bomb going towards the site. This is what they've been favoring. A little bit of A control, but nice. Petsian getting aggressive into the lower abs there. Or sorry, underground. Going to creep up behind them. Nobody's looking at this angle. Guys, you have to check this angle. He's going to find 2 free kills. Finds the first. There's the second as well, especially with his aim.
Also has the bomb, so you can just smoke the right now. But he needs to be aware of lowers. I think someone does have his lowers. I'm not too sure what's going on down there, but the bomb's locked out and they're losing men left, right, and center. And there's no way to get back into this.
And this is the aggression that I wanted to see from coming out of St. Benedict's as well on the CT side, because this is what you need to do on overtime. You need to become unpredictable. You need to make sure that your team has not got a lock on what you're doing, and if you think they do, you need to do something completely different.
Yeah, you got to keep them guessing, keep them on their toes, and essentially that's kind of Counter-Strike in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That's the meta you try dig into later on and at a higher level.
This is crazy though. Seeing this amount of overtime, I mean, we were talking a bit about it outside with Halbert a little bit earlier this morning, and saying that teams may not have the experience to get in, to close things off when it gets to the stage of the game. And I don't think it's that. I just think these two teams are very closely matched. I think they've got a great read on each other, and especially on the CT side. St. Benedict's is adjusting to what Paul Roos are doing, and Paul Roos, this aggression from left.
It's coming out already, and not only that, they're just slowing down the exec as it is. This nade is going to get himself an easy kill to Hazard down, but the bulk burst coming to fruition. Savage at least is there for the trade. Something is very important, keeping the man advantage, keeping the dream alive essentially.
Yep, keeping that dream well alive is Electric finding that kill. There's Savage with one with the 8 WP, and now Electric's last left alive. Oh, goes for the last time. Doesn't find the second. Does a lot of damage though, and that's a 26-24.
And this is what I was talking about. If you get 3 straight rounds on the CT side, it is very hard to lose.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can still lose. We have seen
That's the problem.
Past.
No, we've been through so much overtime. it's like over round 4 now, 26, 30 rounds, what's that, 50 rounds of CS already been played? That's almost 2 maps. Almost.
Well, it could be. Only time will tell. We'll find out soon enough. In control. Being contested by Paul Roos, but that's not dead. Gets a lovely shot into him. Electrics. Put down to the bench for now. Fat Sean. He's going to aggress up a B. He's going to look for information just to relent to his teammates to put them in a better position to make a better read onto what's going on right now. And the knife out has costed him. Getting caught his pants down, something not. It's frowned upon.
It is.
Recall it is really frowned upon, and right now the A site, I mean the B side is quite open for play, but Savage is holding a tight angle into Cat.
I don't like this. I think he needs to be covering that apps angle as well.
I guess information has been called out that there could have been a player Cat, but the most important part is up a B. That's where you want to get them in a high ground, jumping off. But PC boy is unaware that his 3 players.
He's making so much noise as well.
On his heels, and he's doing double duty, so to do double duty that quickly, you got to make sound cues, and he needs to post bottom con. And for me, if you're doing double duty, you want to do it from the left-hand side, jungle side, because this win is spammable, like you just see right now, getting taken down. But God's not dead, but there is still a player inside. For me, he's the crux, he's the key in all of this.
Well, he's now the last player left alive. Senior, he has that trigger discipline.
That
I love it.
No, he's going to lose it on because of that, essentially. Because he needed to kill that player, then kill the bomber instantly. But now there's it's a 2v1, both sitting in such crazy post-plant positions. And he's going to have to land insane shots to win this round.
And God's Not Dead is there with the trade now.
Yeah, he needed to get that kill.
Paul Roos need to close this off.
Someone needs to close this off.
Somebody needs to close this off. Guys, we can't sit and play one map for the rest of the day. We need to move on to the rest of the best of 3. And 25-26 is the scoreline. Paul Roos ahead. The AWPs are coming out again, once again. The double AWP setup not being used here again by St. Benedict. They lost that round, feeling like they can't do it again. And double AWP on T side.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to land the shots and make sure you're getting those openers, because mid-round it gets a bit dicey with those 2 AWPs. Mobility is pretty much limited in that sense. God's Not Dead. He's been doing some good work with this AWP. And guys, if you are watching this, do not be confused with this rugby scoreline. It is Counter-Strike.
We promise. And yeah, 25-26. I like this slow down play, this default setup here from
timing. Yeah, I like it too.
From Paul Roos. They use the now the aggression comes out. Hudson finds one play. He's going to go into.
And it feels like Paul Roos are more methodical, are more well versed with their utility usage, but it just comes down to that late round understanding, teamwork. They seem to get bested on Electrics. Lovely shot into a player there in ladder room.
Oh, he finds one there for his efforts now. Slowing Paul Roos, slowing.
Oh, there we go. Wow, so he's in such a nice spot shot. Ooh, okay. Senior Carroll's getting a pick off there. CT spawn, and he knows exactly where the goat is. The smaller soft is going to push him out into the open. And I thought you would actually capitalize on that as the player's gone. And that should be the round, essentially. But there's a player in high ground.
Gets taken out by Electrics.
How does this work out? If they plant for con, everything's good.
Yes.
Right, okay, everything is good. It's okay. Even if the player Palace peeks out, Electrics is still flanking the city spawn player, and then almost fluffed that. The Gauze and Hose isn't easy to control, but he managed to mention that he will get taken care of. He does. It's 27 rounds. 2 more rounds left. What is the magic number?
28, isn't it?
Nice. Nice.
28? I think they need 28 to win. It's either, it should be 28 to win. So 28 rounds here. So one last round potentially for the map here for Paul Roos, if they can just close this one out. Did I see somebody at 60 kills? Oh no, it's 58. Okay.
Well, it could be 60. 2 more.
Well,
what do you even call 60 kills? Well, it's out because it's 30-30, it's the filthy 40. Also the filthy 50.
50, yeah.
Oh, the 60,
I don't
60.
even know.
60, got it.
60, got it, eh?
There we go.
Well, we're looking at that. One more for him to find. You see 60 kills in this ridiculous amount of overtime already. And both these teams are fighting. You saw that. You did. There we go.
I didn't know that existed.
To be
very blunt with you. I didn't know that existed. So
I think
you
the
learn new
weapon
things every
switch
day.
gave it away. So he saw the weapon switch and then question, what's this game
taking
done?
control of this game all by himself. He's had
this done.
enough
Yeah.
of these overtimes. He's had enough with this back and forth. He's had enough of losing. Perhaps this is another one for him. Corner's doing so much work. The Savage at least puts him to bed.
Yeah.
No, Goat's not dead in the Goat. They have to rotate. He's going to try and make this catch jump, but I got a feeling he's going to fail it.
Oh.
There we go. It's too hard to land, especially when the pressure is so high, especially when you're at man disadvantage, especially when the bomb's taken so fast. But Geraldson, yeah,
The boost comes
has
out.
2 players in front of him. AWP and rifle. Sound cues has been given. It's too easy for him. That's
it.
the game. GG 28.
25.
Paul Roos.
Paul Roos takes. And guys, just to let you know, that was the first map. We still have 2 more maps to come. And we will be back with that second map in just a little bit. So hang around, wait for it, and we'll see you guys soon.
The Telkom PS Gaming Masters 2019, it's happening!
taken out to our stadium to take our big fight down the Comic-Con champions.
It's finally happened! Adam! Energy Esports, the winners of Telkom VS Gaming Masters 2019. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, eh? There's not many words I can use to really describe the way I feel, other than I'm just so proud of the way my teammates performed.
Tell me a little bit more about your teammates. Are you proud of them? How did they perform?
Bro, my teammates played lights out. Like, if it wasn't for them, I don't know. Usually, like, I'm always playing very well, but come this Inferno game, I just wasn't showing up, and I'm so happy I had teammates that were showing up. If it wasn't for them, I don't think we would have won.
As far as the Telkom VS Gaming Masters is concerned, how prestigious is this a title for you guys to win?
Yo, this is the biggest local LAN of the year, and I'm really satisfied that we were able to take it.
At the Telkom stand at Comic-Con 2019. Basically what we have on show is the new Xbox One S digital. What that basically means is that you don't ever have to buy a physical copy of a game ever again. With the 20 meg line that the package comes with, you're able to download 3 free games that we give you, and that's your future. Is that in the future now, you just download games directly to your system. It's got a 1 terabyte hard drive on it, so now you don't even have to wait or go out your house to be able to get the latest new titles, which is a really, really nifty feature. If you don't like that and you want to go with something a bit slower, which is the 10 meg line, what you get is the lit box that comes with it, and that allows you to stream your Netflix, YouTube, DSTV catch-up and Showmax. So it literally turns any TV into a smart TV. So those are some of the things we've got on the go. Obviously in Hall 3, it's the Masters currently going for CSGO and Dota. So as far as Telkom is concerned, we've got something on the retail side for people who are seeing what's happening on that side and want to join in. We've got the technology for them to be able to do that. And then of course, just crowning the best of the best as far as those 2 titles are concerned.
name's Jill McBurney. I'm Harley Quinn. I love Margot Robbie, hence why I kind of did it. And she's a bad mother effer. Can I swear? No, not really.
So my name is Brendan Jackson, also known as Jax Cosplay in the cosplay community. So this cosplay I've been working on it for approximately over a year, with about 160 to 170 hours worth of work put into it.
My name is Gordon Hines and I am hosting the VS Gaming stage here, which I'm really excited about. There's CSGO, there's Dota, there's huge amounts of prize money. It's an extreme honor to help facilitate esports in this way. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. So money into esports and into gaming is a really big deal, and that's why when Telkom got involved with this project, it really means a lot. It helps an audience that primarily uses the internet and uses that space to perform and play games, gives them the tools and the assets to do that, and provides them with the income to do that full time and remain competitive at a longer stage. So it's really important that Telkom's involved.
Look, I'm all for underdogs, and White Rabbit Gaming claim to be the biggest underdog, so I support the underdogs.
No, so thank you. Don't tell anyone I'm supporting Japan in this World Cup. So.
It is a culmination of a year-long league. These are the best of the best our country has to give.
Nice big stun coming in from Zizawi, but that is it. Only one, and that is it. I don't think there's more. And your grand champions.
Look at the glee, look at the joy. He's finally broken the curse. The shouts of true victory.
It's mine.
It's mine. It's mine.
It's mine. It's mine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
They don't really get to have these opportunities. I mean, once a year.
Yeah.
So they're going to make the most of it. They're going to play as many rounds as they can. So I don't see why not. And that's to another Puggy map, another map that's lend its hand to AWPs and those long-range duels. And the rotations are pretty fast, so might be another grueling battle between Paul Roos and St. Benedict. We did see Paul Roos take first map.
Yes.
And something St. Benedict's definitely wanted. I mean, they beat, who did they beat? Muslim's team earlier. They beat Hillcrest High. So, I mean, that was the first hurdle, and potentially this is the second hurdle.
Well, they do say, I mean, I was having a chat among some of the players. They do reckon Paul Roos one of the better teams on in the scene. So we'll see how they do to take out this second map here. See if they close it out 2-0. We're going to a third one. Not too sure what the third map is, but
I think maybe Inferno. I think it might be Inferno.
Might be Inferno, yeah. It's that good age-old classic, eh? Inferno third map. I mean, we're seeing it a lot in the professional scene at the moment.
Yeah.
Sort of that rite of passage if you want to win a game.
It's just a map that everyone knows how to play. It's convenient, and there's not much to it besides what has already been done for the past couple of months. And it's hard to get innovative. It's hard to get caught off guard, and it comes down to who makes the mistake, who blinks first in terms of, utility management isn't up to par, missing aim duels and all that. But essentially, it's very straightforward and basic banana up middle apps.
It is.
3 avenues towards each side. So it's okay. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We're still waiting for one more player. There's a prawn to join the server before we can go live. Some discussions are going back and forth. How do we get back into this from St. Benedict, and how do we put the nail in the coffin? Paul Roos?
I think one thing that we do need to see is a lot more constructive play. I mean, okay, maybe not on Dust 2, because Dust 2 is that individual effort map, that map that your star players can shine if supported well. Your star players can go in and take those 1v1s and actually get the trades, just the way that you set up, right?
Exactly, and it's easier. It's easier than Mirage, right?
100% easier than Mirage, yeah.
Yeah, for you can just go down. Cat, make sure your AWP is posted in the middle. Just preemptively flash the CT AWP, get a pick there, you get a good long spawn, flash over long, just take those duels. Same as B, you get a good B spawn, and you get information that the B players are late towards the side, CT in terms of the CTs. Take an aim duel there. Even mid-round, there's just so many avenues. I'm actually more excited for this than Mirage, to be honest. One of my favorite maps, Dust 2.
There's so many in Dust 2. You can play the map how you want to play the map. If you want to go with set executes and that sort of thing, you can. But you can also play the map if you get based on your spawns.
Yeah.
You can also get that, as you said, that great B spawn or the great long spawn. Just flash yourself in, use the util correctly, and get the pick.
Exactly. It's one of the maps that lends itself to very fast plays, confusing execs, innovation, all in one exciting ball of Counter-Strike. But Dave, But Dave's making himself a hard target. But Dave's not bad.
No,
bad at all.
Dave isn't. And
yeah.
I think we're getting pretty close to this game going live. I think we're just waiting for one or two more players to...
Yeah, waiting for one more. Was that a chance?
Oh no, that's.
I thought that was a team.
I thought that was a team as well. I was
doing
going to be like, that's so cool.
I know.
Come and do that here. I want to listen to what you're saying.
I mean, imagine when we get to a point where, you do have those days where, rugby's this weekend, the whole school has to go support the rugby team. Perhaps we get to that stage where the whole school goes supports the CS team, but it has to be, it's hard because ideally it can't be the same as the traditional sports where your whole team under 14 to first team goes and plays at the school for this, right? So you kind of have to turn it into something like I'd say, let's say you hire out a whole stadium and you say, okay, cool, you built up for the whole year to play this specific event. And I think that's just for one, every team obviously has a school coming in with, so plus minus 400 people to come watch your team play either Dota or Counter-Strike, etc. And you rotate around that. Actually, I should sit down with the pen and paper.
Yeah,
and
I think you should sit down. That's a great idea.
You refine that area, that aspect. And it's going to be nice because not many people have actually been to a big tournament overseas, etc. But I've had the pleasure to go there and actually see what it's like and see the atmosphere, see the vibe, see how pumped the teams are. The staff is always accommodating. The everything's on sale there. You can buy all the commodities. You can buy you can buy any jersey, any team you support. You can do the same for Counter-Strike. You buy their jerseys, you buy the school's kit or whatever, and you wave their flag, etc. And it's going to be a nice environment if it gets to that level. It gets to that level. And I think we plus minus 4 years to get there. But anyway, we're jumping straight back into the game. Pistol round. And it's a straight up B-rush, guys. Are you surprised? I am not. This is one of the easiest, but they're getting taken down. Braun, Hazard, Dan just destroying them one by one. Savage at least there for the response. But is it good enough? Yes, it could be. The rotation is in the B side. One window, one door, one rotating through upper tunnels. This is odd.
Very, very odd.
Well,
that first round goes to St. Benedict's. I mean, you can hear the
Electric's posted a wheelchair. I love that. That's insane. Oh, that's so good BM.
Good banter. Going into the second round, that was a very, very good hold. I mean, Corn sitting there with his with the USB just popping heads, and we're getting into the stage where these teams, oh my word, hello through the door. Fetzian is coming back onto Dust2, and he says, well, I'm still here, guys. I can't just cross mid, and PC Boy with the Deagle as well. They've now got long control and gone up as well. Taking short. Wowza at least is there with that trying to do as much damage as he can. The rotate should be coming through. Hazard Dan still on B side. No, you've seen the bomb. You need to rotate. You have the M4. You need to be there to support your team.
And it's tough. The rotations are quite late, as I did mention earlier. Yeah. It's very hard to get the rotations in time on a map like this, especially if your players are dropping left, right, and center. The information is not there in time. You're going to find yourselves in these situations. Definitely has to say this Hazard Dan. The call's coming that they're low, guys. But not low enough.
Not
low enough.
We've tagged one or two, but I don't think they're low enough. Yeah, he's going to... wait for some exits here, do a little bit of damage, but at this point it doesn't really matter.
You shouldn't even be looking for exits. You should be just looking to save. Like, there we go.
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Now he has no money going to the next round. He could have potentially... They could have forced properly behind us with 2 rifles and maybe, upgraded pistols and now and then. But now, I don't even know what the right decision is for them. Maybe they should just balance out the economy, drop some guns. Maybe just force it up completely because they have to, like, triple save or double save anyway.
So I would have gone with the full force.
Yeah.
And just, you know, try to see what you can do. 3 flashes coming over there. Ready out is Electrics with that UMP. Taking down one. Senior Geraldo is there as well. And 50 close. One. Can't second, and that's going to be Paul Roos closing that round out with relative ease.
What does GOAT stand for? Is there like a...
I'd love to know.
Because I'm like a normal... What's just a GOAT? I mean, it's just a GOAT. I mean, a lot of rappers use, I'm a GOAT. But like, I want to know what it stands for.
I don't know what it stands for. Me too.
I'm going to Google it, PRB.
Okay, so while I just Googles what that stands for, we're here 1 round to 2. Paul Roos in the lead. A quick B play again. That nade so meaty. Braun getting the headshots as well. The flash is in, and that is a quick cleanup. 2 players left for the side of Paul Roos. What a great hold. That nade came in. He knew that the nade did damage, was sitting close with P250. All of a sudden, your P250 becomes a 1-shot headshot.
GOAT stands for greatest of all time, ladies and gentlemen. I have figured it out.
There we go.
And he gets taken down. Electrics putting him to bed. Lending a helping hand to Paul Roos right now as they're struggling to V4. And the bomb is in such a difficult spot
It really
to
is.
retrieve, and I don't know.
With 2 players left as well, I mean, you're going to need to find the one.
That's the first mistake, and you need a few more mistakes. You need 1 more mistake, and then it's winnable from this point of view. All 3 players do have rifles. Information is coming in that. One's at the door. There we go. God's not dead. Just makes it a 1-dimensional attack. But Smoke helped ties it out a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's 2 all.
The crossfire was there, and 2 AKs are retrieved at the end of that round as well. So that's going to do a little bit for the economy here of St. Benedict's. Now tying this game up a 2-2. Double up setup here on the T side does too. It can work, but I don't like it. I just think the economy waste, or not the economy waste, but the dire straits that you can put your economy in from doing that is quite detrimental to your game as well. So we will see what they do, but they're going to go up short here. Paul Roos taking full mid control, and on a side you still have 2 players left to deal with, 1 long on the side of St. Benedict's. So I mean, I like this short push. I just don't feel that it's going to work out for them unless they use their util properly. There isn't a molly. There is a molly actually to flush the player out on middle of sight. Let's see if they use it.
Interesting smoke they've thrown into the side. Essentially, this does help Bowser get out this spot between defaults. Gets towards Graffiti safely. Like Sean getting a lovely kill there to Goat, and Electrics does the same into Dan, to Hazer Dan. Wowzer stuck in the spot. Good wide peek there, but it's 15 HP. That's double AWP. This is why the double AWP isn't so good mid-round, but the Kobe does come in. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Yeah, you don't have that maneuverability.
Maneuverability. There we go. Maneuverability. That's a tough word.
It is a tough word. I don't know why I chose it, but you don't have that to work around with the AK. I mean, somebody could have just wide peeked that angle and peeked together, and you would have got the trade easily there. But having the double AWP set up, and that's what I was talking about. Again.
What? They even put down a smoke to make sure they cross and they still get got. And now that's forces the player to go towards the B side from the A side. And look what's happening right now. Majority of the attack is running through long, barreling down that passageway, and they go. The greatest of all time is stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to get out and gets taken down by Senor Harold. Cabron. 5v3 at the moment, and I think the save call. Yeah.
I think the save's a good call here, especially with the AWP in the hands of God's Not Dead.
And we spoke about this earlier, how to pug and dash 2 flashes out long and just keep going, make sure you have information in the middle, and he had more information, he had a kill.
He did. He got a kill there. And that's just the thing, right? If you're getting the opening picks on long, it makes it so much easier to force. If you're getting the opening pick on mid, it makes it so much easier to force the players from A side towards B, and it makes A a lot easier to take. Because typically on A side, you play the 3-1-1, where you have 3 players on A, one on long, one watching short, and one actually on side supporting the long. But I mean, at that stage,
like a crazy flick.
You know,
Really
at this stage of the game, you don't know.
You don't know until you know, and when you do know, oh no! 2-4, Paul Roos. And we have spoken about how puggy this map can get, and I have a sneaky feeling Paul Roos will struggle just the same on the CT side versus these fast players. And the only way to slow it down or stop it is utility usage and good rotations. I mean, he's only 7 rounds in, and I don't think it's going to get any better, but if it does, I'll be more impressed, and that's what I'm looking to be, impressed. Riqua?
That is what we're looking to be, Lighters. You know, this is the thing for me, right? You have these nades coming in, but there's no real follow-up. Nobody...
Good kill there.
I mean, that should have gone the way of Hazard, to be fairly honest.
Yeah.
Taking his time and...
Fetchaw's hitting nice kills, hitting nice shots, and if he keeps going at this rate, if he keeps locking them out, if he can just keep with this momentum, it's going to be very tough to get back in this. Especially if they're not managing the economy quite well, because right now they're at a disadvantage with utility, guns, numbers.
Pretty much everything, really. And that's now 5 rounds, or that's the 5th round now on the board for Paul Roos. They are climbing. Now, Dust 2 really isn't any side favored. It's probably the most even map on the pool. And, you know, you're looking at going either 8-7 or 7-8. Anything more than that is a bit of a detriment going onto the attacking side or the T side here on Dust 2. So I think that you want to be making at least, you know, a 50-50 game. If not, you're gonna be sitting in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, this upper B push, pop flash to the smoke. Is Fetchwan aware of it? He's gonna hear a lot of boots above him right now. But they're all bypass him. I'm gonna see T score. Very odd, very odd. Oh man, he's quite quick at that AWP. And that's a mid-to-B split.
Yeah.
And look at that. That's false information has led them to be in T-spawn S3.
And that's the thing, right?
It's tough.
It is really tough.
It's an optical illusion.
An optical illusion. At this point, they should just say it, right? I don't even think running towards the B side is an option here.
Yeah, and they got upgraded pistols and utility, so they might as well say this, and armor and Hazeldan. It's not worth it at the moment. It's not worth it at all.
Not at all. But looking into the latter stages of this first half here, they need to do something a lot bigger. I mean, trading could be a lot better. Electrics there picking up another 2 kills for his efforts. 6-2 now is the scoreline, and I don't know what St. Benedict's can do here. I don't know what they need to be able to do.
First step is done. Number 1, that's the first step, is get money and buy proper guns, which they have, and utility. Second step is to make sure they don't die to the AWP middle. And the third step is just to make sure the rotations are on time and the post-spawns are coordinated and composed as need be. Because right now nothing's going their way. They've lost 6 rounds and they don't want to keep losing. This deficit keeps increasing.
It really does, and I just want to see how Paul Roos, if they have that same mentality of adjusting their gameplay to what...
that's the adjustment. The crossfire is set in stone, and they've pummeled down 4 plays, 1 more remaining, and the GOAT takes them out. Greatest of all time.
Oh no, they've got 3 orbs.
Triple
orb setup,
the classic mistake you make in an MM, guys. Everyone picks up an orb, but it's what you do with it, eh? It's what you do with it.
It is what you do with it. And
one middle, 1 long, 1 B.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
If you're using it correctly, taking 1 mid, 1 long, and 1 B, then maybe you have the opportunity to do so, or to use that effectively. But at the moment, there's God's not dead on long with an AWP long supporting him, with an AWP on short watching short. So yeah, if they hit a quick B with some util and get close to side.
Flash! They've seen flashes and they just single peeking. Molly falls short towards long, and God's not dead is relentless about this approach. He's going to keep pushing this angle, only misses the timing and a player falling into pit, and this is how he dies potentially. No, he's readjusted quite nicely towards Car, and Fetch Sean's picked up a kill.
Yep.
A cheeky Hazard pushing Cat. And that's the over-aggression I was talking about, unaware and the missed out on the timing, and That's the opening. That's the reset potentially. But there's still 1 minute on the clock remaining. There's still a lot of action.
Yeah, there's a bit of time left for them here. I just think that, again...
Fat Sean, another crazy headshot.
Like, they're just giving too much space. You know, again, he died with a smoke and a flash on him. I mean, he could have used the smoke and the flash to get out of that position and relocate and try and make something on the A side, or try and make something happen. But at this point, you know, St. Benedict are just being forced to save off round after round after round after round.
Agreed. And at least they're able to save these 2 guns going to the next round just to supplement the economy a little. They can potentially get up a wishy-washy buy, something to mount up a defense with, because 1, they are getting the openers, which is nice to see, but 2, again, mid-round adjustments aren't going their way, they aren't making the right decisions, and it's up to the individuals, right?
Yeah.
Then again, the captain could obviously come together, have a little chat with the boys. Attack pause potentially.
Attack pause potentially, just to clear the heads as well. I mean, you're sitting at this point, you're only 4 rounds down. But if you look at a 3-7 scoreline, you know, you're looking, we're saving again. We've got a bit of a broken buy. That captain just needs to come in and be like, okay, guys, we need to calm down. We need to, you know, have a chat to the boys in the attack force just to get the levels down a bit, just to make sure that you're all on the same page when it comes to how you're going to be holding the size. And I mean, frantic comms is another one where let's just make sure our comms are clear and concise.
Leads you into such dire situations. Trades go to the cat, and that's what I like to see. Wowza with that org onto PC going long. 2 HP on Hazard Dan, so he definitely doesn't want to be in graffiti. The Marley, the Kobe. This isn't a full Wowza actually aggressive to cat there, but Savage takes him out and leaves down to a 3v2. Bomb hasn't gone down yet, so the post plants should be set up at any point in time now. Retake. My God's not there. Ooh, quick flick, but nothing comes to it. Fetch Sean, this is an easy kill. Every day of the week he lands those, and once again reduced to putting their tails behind their legs and walking back home.
This is
with no lunch in their hands.
It feels like the story of this game, right?
Yeah.
Where we're just seeing St. Benedict's forced to save and not really being able to make those plays. And I was having a chat to you know, God's Not Dead earlier, and he was saying that, you know, it's just a little bit difficult at this point because they're not sure what to do. And he said that Dust 2 was his map and their team's map, and it just doesn't. It looks like Paul Roos have their number.
Here's the thing with Dust 2, right? A lot of players would say, yeah, this is my map, Dust 2 is my map. But then you have a look at how you're going to play it as a CT team.
Yeah.
You go long for a pick and you lose B, the round's over. You go B, you lose a pick long, the round's over. Exactly. They rush down cat and pick off you. You play a holding cat, the round's pretty much over. So, yeah, it could be your map, but the rest of your team has to help you out in it becoming your map. They need to just aid you in a sense and sort of become that blanket, that umbrella of security.
Yeah, that is the security. Not going to find that pick. They've learned to jump. So the headshot not going to come in there again. I mean, they've been also finding that pick quite consistently through the middle as well. So let's see how that one kill. Wowza finds one. Can't get the second there. The Deagle and M4 hold long. Let's see how that turns out. Wowza, he finds another one on too short. And this is where I think Paul Roos just need to slow it down a bit.
Yeah, they just need to slow the way back down. Play 2-2 and make sure both sides are quite strong. So one Hazard down, doesn't need to be locked in. Yeah, the Bigo picks himself. Like a kill there with the French from us, but he's going to get Kobe down to 16, taking down my Savage, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you get a kill there, and you look at this, bomb. But is it where the second Savage there? No, he's sitting at quite a peculiar spot, 15 HP, and this flashbang going to slow him down even further. As you can see behind the scenes, God Not States coming with that AWP.
I think if he pushed around, if Savage pushed a bit earlier down, he could have had a chance to winning this round. But now God's Not Dead's posting with that AWP, and he's just, you know, that's not a shot that you miss.
Oh, but now indecision is setting in with St. Benedict's. God Not Dead, he's looking at his back, looking in the forward. But which way is it going to be? Left or right, lad? Left or right? Oh, he does suspect the player being there. He's trying to bait him out, bait the shot out, but God's Not Dead. Too good for him.
4 rounds on the board.
Rounds on the board. It's summon. It's summon. If they can work in this you can string rounds together and just compound on this, it'll be quite nice to see.
Yeah,
But the economy again is in tatters, and they can't really get all the resources they want.
That's the thing. It's almost been the story of this map where you have, at least 1 or 2 players forcing up, and then this is what happens to your economy. You're sitting there going, oh well, guys, we have an MP9, and we don't really know what we can do with it because we're not being aggressive. Because nobody on the side of St. Benedict is with it.
Nice, God knows. Yeah. Another open, and that's what you need the AWP to be doing in a situation like this. Open around nice and early and let your MP9s, etc. trade down this hazard down, coming with a kill of his own. The aggression middle.
Word.
How does he come away with the kill like that? And that is going to trigger the B exec, but Prawn is waiting with that AUG. Comes down to how he manages spray control. Does indeed. Takes out Savage, and that just puts their push to a complete halt.
It really does, and well, has it done? Fetsin, I mean, he lets the player through the door there, bangs him through the door, and now Senior Geraldo is on 3 HP, so I mean, it's going to become very, very difficult for Paul Roos to do 2v4, and you don't really have...
They have Molly, so if they can just throw a Molly back plat, work out for them. They do suspect that the player is there, but they don't know for sure. And that's the confirmation that he is there. Molotov should just land on him. They have 2 of them. Fire! Fire! Fire burns! Alright. Alright.
Not opting to use the utility, but St. Benedict's bringing it back to that all-important 7-8 half that we were talking about earlier on in this second game of best of 3. Paul Roos are up 1-0, so if they win this game, they secure themselves the best of 3. And now 5
and a spot in the playoffs.
And a spot in the playoffs. Did they win the first game?
Yeah, I'd say so. Winners play winners, losers play losers, right?
I think so.
And these are the 2 winners, so I do think it's the 2 winners playing well. Nice entry kill. And something they have actually been relying on is the all AWP to open up the round and the rest of the team chiming in to close out the rest of the 4 players remaining. And you can see Long's been something Paul Roos have been relentless about throughout this entire half. And you can see why it just opens up another avenue of attack onto that A side.
Really does.
But they are, oh no, because they're about to lose cat control if Hazer Dan doesn't stop this splash grenade. What was that?
Yeah,
what explain?
So he didn't get flashed, but he did hit the headshot. So
okay, all right.
I guess either which way works. I just thought he was going to get tapped in the back of the head by his teammate.
I just thought he was going to get rushed down, throwing that flashbang, but little jiggle peek just costed Electrics his life there.
Well, he would have heard the grenade, the pin of the grenade going out as well. So I think he could have maybe pushed a bit earlier. Then you would have caught that timing. Yeah.
But you couldn't have known there was more than one player around that corner. So it makes a bit of sense. It makes a bit of sense. 4v2. Smokes, flashes to get an access into that side grenade. No, just tickles him. Geraldo. Dan. He's going to finish them off alongside with God's Not Dead. And that's the 6th round on the board. And that's a good comeback. They've strung 4 rounds together. 3.
Yep.
Mind you.
And that is... I guess it's something. It's working towards this victory here. They need to take this last round. Looking at the economy, both teams are going to be able to buy up a little bit of... I think a little bit of... They won't be able to afford an AK on PC. On PC, man.
You should go Mac 10. Deagle, no armor instead. On the last round. Interesting.
I would have taken. I would pick up the glow.
He opts to not get anything, but the call probably is as fast as you can, and you can see a senior effect could take down the first, he's spraying down the second, and he does. And that face out wide open, this player spawn gets destroyed actually. Stood no chance there.
Not at all, and the Braun missing that off shot. Spam that car, so get a kill. And then you have 3 players rotating back towards long. They've got a firm hold. There's no way St. Benedict wins this round.
0 chance. Actually, 99.99. I'll give it that recurring 0.00 whatever percentage, but it's definitely not going to work.
No, not 2v4 in the positioning that Paul Roos have here. It's just way.
Let's not count them out just yet. They get the first one there. Retake there. Got a second.
Prawn and a deagle.
And he's got a smoke. So if he puts the smoke down on the bomb and flashes and defuses. What was that? Okay, I can't do this anymore. I can't do no ways. No, not like
come
this.
on.
Please, guys, please.
Okay, the bomb blew up. He would have got it. He would have got it.
If he had more time.
If he had a little bit more time. I think, not firing the Zeus would have given him the time that he needed. But 9-6 is the half in favor of Paul Roos. They need 7 more rounds on the trot to close this game off. So St. Benedict's looking for the pistol.
Yeah, I don't want to put too much on the pistol. They got 6 rounds to.
Yeah.
They got 6 rounds on the CT side. A lot of room for error. But then again, you don't want to put yourself in that sticky position.
No, you don't. Being map and match point or getting closer to that stage is. Is this a slow B rush? God's Not Dead finds one on long.
He's faking the long push, and they're going to head into that B side. The
and
bomb is low. They have to find him. They have to get this kill. He's already getting flanked, but there's no one sitting on the B side. I'm not too sure why they're not wiser to it.
Well, Electric's finding one in response. And Fetty catch the rotator. He finds one.
Wow, okay.
Can you get the second round? No!
Six is checked by his
take
teammates.
the
He gets saved by
Lovely.
Savage. And that leaves down to a 4v2. The bomb hasn't gone down just yet. It's still have to cross the doors, actually. It does go down to a 2v3. What a jiggle peep by him.
That was great, but now all on score with the drop. Tap. Wait, finds 1 second. Gets the third! And that is it. Prawn with 3 kills. He finds them. Takes the pistol. St. Benedict 7-9.
I don't believe it.
I
don't believe it. Yeah, they just had a Hudson together there. That took all those one-on-one engagements was essentially costing them to lose that round. An important round at that.
It was, yeah.
Well, St. Benedict's can just get a free round in their hands, just to scout some upgraded pistols.
Yep. But we've seen what the Deagles from Fetzian and PC Boy could do.
Yeah, I mean, Fetchon is going to probably outtime Prawn and Lowe's as he goes back. He's going to check. That's a big kill for Prawn. This game's all about timing, ladies and gentlemen. All about timing.
Oh, there comes the flash out for short. Senior is going to get picked out. Oh, he misses the jump.
Yeah, spacebar's hard sometimes when you get shot.
Hard, yeah, 100%. And then the drop CT as well and goes, this is just going to be a cleanup here. The scout is there, but has it down.
Yeah, I felt it. I knew Paul Roos would probably have the same issues as St. Benedict. On the CT side. Wow, that hurts. What was that?
What happened?
Snap City in my back.
Snap City in your
Snap
back.
City. All that carrying I've done in my past career. All that carrying.
All the carrying.
It's catching up to me.
Talking about carrying the boxes, eh? Not in CS.
Oh. Hello. That's a good one.
Well, there's the long push. Quick long push has it down. Finds 2 with that Mac 10. The information is there that God's Not Dead is mid. He should find that he has the superior AK. Yeah, he does. And I actually want to speak to him and see how he wants to pronounce his name because that's a very unique name.
Do we say it in Spanish? Is it Spanish?
I think so.
Alright, so we gotta pronounce it in a Spanish accent.
You can. You got this. I believe.
No, it's stuff. I have to build up and work towards it. Walk towards it.
Oh, well, Fetzian with the deagle, and he's just going to try and find some exit. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to throw away. You'll find one difference here, and
that's a free kill. That's a nice kill for him.
Yeah,
it's not too bad. At least the Dota's finished.
Yeah, I see Snare here in the background, and we're still. Oh my word!
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
He gets. There's 2 players behind him though.
Surely he's playing inside off this one. He survives with the Krieg, which is not bad. Signing for the Big 5 Academy
I was
team.
just about to say, you have an MGO watcher watching you casting your games. You might find yourself the
practically
Big 5
scouting right now. This is me scouting.
Yeah, practically scouting. Yeah.
Up and coming young bloods.
I heard quite an old caster's retiring as well. So.
Yeah. B rush is upon us right now. Early round detour is there, but the numbers aren't to hold that B side. Lost it completely. God's Not Dead. Shutting down, senor. On electrics.
Now, bomb has gone down.
That's the worst when you do be like that. There's no access to the side. The choke points are too narrow. The utility usage is there because, you know, B Rush is still going to have some left over in the pocket to use.
But B's also, it's such a difficult site to take. I mean, you look at it in the form of there is only one entry point. You have to go through 2 eggs if you want a second. And it's just so difficult to take it aside, but once you have it, it's almost guaranteed the round.
Yeah, it is pretty guaranteed the round if you play it the right way. I mean, did the right thing. Rush B, lock out the side with utility, and that's the 10th round on the board for them. Just PC boy.
Is he going to save this?
Death is always inevitable.
Death is inevitable. And look, I think I'd like to see a little bit more aggression out of Paul Roos. They were doing so well with the aggression on the CT side on Dust 2. And this is a CT tack pause. I like it.
Yeah, they need to find a way to stop the bleed, need to find a way to get back into this. Maybe change up the setup, change up the defaults, maybe try to look for early entries in towards the A or B side, but they need to do something different. Throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah. They've now, for the first time in this game, or this map, gone in the deficit in terms of round. And if we look at Prawn, he's got a... Oh, I thought that was his ADR. I was actually going to fit in with the 112 ADR.
What? No way, dude.
Yeah, man. 2.1 KD. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all, man.
Not bad, eh?
So it's most from those AWPs, to be honest. Another. Man, the banter's a bit too high here. And once again, the B rush is...
The B rush is coming.
All right, they take it a bit slow this time. Contact play, I like this, just to make sure early on Util doesn't really get them. But again, there's only one player holding the B side. I would rather put 3 players in the B side, 1 middle, and 1 in A, and we take the A side.
Yep.
That's just my ideology on this, because it's just so hard to get back into the B side. So many angles you have to clear going in, and then only the aim and then the choke points.
You know,
it's crazy, I haven't realized it yet.
Yeah, that comes with, I think it comes with experience though as well. Savage with the 5-7, picks up 1 for his efforts, Prawn goes down, and that should be a gun in the hands. They should save that. That's an opener and
that's a win.
Quick. So that's a win.
You got to look for those bits of glimmer of hope.
Small victories, eh?
Small victories.
To win the war. Small victories to win the war.
Agreed. Small victories.
So, 11-9. St. Benedict's charging for this victory. How many rounds have they won? They've won, what's that, 5 rounds?
5 rounds in a row now. And I got a feeling it's not going to stop. Not now, not never.
Not when you have this much momentum.
Exactly, and it just feels like anything they're doing is working, regardless of the carelessness they're going through, regardless of the micro mistakes. It seems to be panning out for them, and Prawn's having a really good game for them at the moment. I'm a big fan of Hold. He clears the throat. Big fan. Big fan of Cold Water and Hold.
So we have now the AWP face-off, and he sees him, legs him, doesn't get the kill. Now double nade coming in, doing a little bit of damage. St. Benedict's, they're being held out. This is the aggression I was talking about. Like, hold the aggressive angles. Look at how aggressively they're holding short. I mean, they in the Senior Geraldo is in that smoke holding. Like, he's waiting for that push to come through, but looks like bomb's moving towards long.
Senior Geraldo. At it again. He's going to pull it back out of there. He wants none of it. But now they've lost control and long control, but they do still have man advantage in their favor. But that's about to be disputed right now on top. There's no one at home, no one to show.
No,
all the jiggle peek. It works out. He takes the bait. But this Molotov, does he bypass the Molotov? Oh, man. Gerald Senior ruined that entire split by himself. Definitely would have net that shot. Down to 1 man. Wowzer. The players are low, but again, whilst there's no utility to cross towards the side here, he's able to pick up the stats. Wait for mistakes just like that. Things will work out for him. He has 35 seconds on the clock, so you still can pedal back towards that B side. Options are still available.
That they are, lighters, and well.
I like this patience out of him.
I like it as well. I mean, he's forcing indecision, right, in the CTs. So he's forcing them to move out of position, and that's exactly what they've taken the bait. And they're moving towards the... Okay, no, not anymore.
Oh, this molly into the site is going to be beautiful if he throws it properly, which he does. He's going to push it through the open. He's going to need to take these duels. This isn't going to be too easy for them. Both players coming from top, and he's not... I think he will be aware of it within due time. Lovely headshot there. He spots the second player out. He's going to grenade him into half HP. Actually misses him completely with that. But now he just has to play the time, play objective. Man, and he does so. What a clutch.
What a clutch. That was great work. And he aced. He aced as well. That was an ace clutch.
Hats off to that Leiden. Hats off indeed. Well played coming out in chat. Sportsmanship at its finest.
Is indeed. Now that's 3 rounds ahead for St. Benedict. If you look at how the game's going now, I mean, this is pretty much turned on its head from the first first map. It doesn't look as close. There's no trading going on. As I say that, the auto sniper, the disrespect from Savage, finding the one, gets traded out though, and that is them off that long angle. Now it is a 4v3. The auto sniper being picked up again. Not a gun we regularly see. Now mid control being taken as well. Is moving towards. There's the pick. Wowza finding one.
But now if they go mid to B with that perfect smoke that they've laid down, again, there's still room for area. There's still room for Paul Roos to on the way back into this round, just like that. Electrics pushes the smoke, gets 2 kills, and now it's just left with an attack, and it's not going to work out. That's Sean. Does him with the headshot to the face.
To the face.
To the face.
Well, Paul Roos winning now, and that's the first round in this half that they've won, eh? Yes?
No, they've won a few.
No, that's the first round this half that they've won.
Paul Roos, nice.
Yep.
Nice.
That's the first one. So we'll see now how they are able to build on this. The economy not looking that great for St. Benedict. They've won, what's that, 6 rounds in a row? 7 rounds in a row.
If they get reset, oh, super sad for them.
That would be very, very unfortunate. And now this angle being held by Savage. I like this AWP play here. Not really committing anything to long. Giving long control, but holding the long angles with the AWP. The cross is also being watched. This Goose, quite a strong angle. But...
And they're playing the map the right way. Take long control, then go take top control. Use utility in your favor and to run the clock down. Bit by bit. Oh, the top P comes out. Takes some time to pull out a molly, my friend. The auto sniper comes in huge. And the molly right behind the grenade. 3v3. Mid flash does come out, and they're looking to go mid to be right off that. And it's a good decision to make, the right call to make, but again, Electrics puts that smoke in. Oh, he does enough damage, and this is Sean. They don't know there's another player on the B side, which is working out for Paul Roos. If they can... If he doesn't net this kill, that was the big one.
That was the big one.
That was exactly what was important for him to get a kill and survive. But now, if the AWP takes him out just like that, the round's pretty much over. Because this auto sniper, he needs to drop it for an AK. There we go, he does just that. He's got a Molotov, you can just molly close side, flash over and take a peek. That's great. Molly's back flat. Instead, but the reload betrays him.
Like, these guys keep winning rounds that are almost seem
impossible to
lose. And it's just, I sit there and, it all comes down to a bit of a lack of communication, I think. You're sitting here looking, watching at the positioning, watching the crossfires being set up, and unfortunately it's not going the way of they're just sitting there going, well guys, we're sitting on site, but no crossfires. The counter util just isn't there either.
Catch control established. Oh, Electric, good kill there. Wowza in middle. They've gained catch control for their efforts, and this AWP duel in middle, another crazy wall bang coming out of Electric. And he's doing his best to keep them in this. They are at a 3-round deficit, so doing all he can while he can. There's 2 men there, and it was just too tough for him, too hard for him. At least there's a molly close door to slow them down from taking control. Taking space
They
that
go
they've just
B.
created, and they're going B, and there's no one sitting in B. This just should Petrol needs to be there at the right time, right place, and this lurk in the middle is paying off. And Petrol needs to just wait for his teammates to get there. He doesn't want to just create a 2v2. The bomb's not down just yet, and overextends and loses his life, and it's down to a 2v2. And these situations normally do favor the terrorist team, do favor St. Benedict's, if you will. They have utility to work with, but they I don't know, they're not using it. Ooh, this is tough. It's not going to work out. Savage does get a first kill, has some inkling as to where the second player is. He's not going to peek until he hears the defuse. He's going to take high ground, swing to the right, and get him on the side, and the bomb is there.
Does he have time? No, he does have time. Yeah. Trying to listen for that defuse. But yeah, Paul Roos picking up the 11th round. That's 11-13 now. And we'll see how it goes. 11-13 is the scoreline. And how they're all being, the Deagles being picked up here by St. Benedict's. This again should be a round for Paul Roos to
PC boy doing good work there. From Senior Harold, perhaps the third comes in his favor. It does indeed. This looks and sounds like the comeback. Then again, their money's not sitting too good at the moment. They need to string a few rounds together. Stand a chance at this map. God's not dead. Has a scout only, and we know how close it is with that gun, but it's just too much work from Electrics. Does close out the round. That's 13-12.
Getting a bit closer here, I think, than St. Benedict's actually wanted. Because looking at what a commanding lead that they took in the second half, I mean, they won 7 rounds in a row. And I mean, it's 7-3 at the moment if you look at the halftime score. It's just, you're just sitting there and you think to yourself, you know, what kind of, as a captain, you know, what can I do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? And we don't go, you know, don't get to the end of the game and lose this 2-0.
Exactly, and once again, long control has been established. Now they're just going to resettle, reshuffle. Look, the flank is already there, but he gets taken out. And Prawn, but quicker to pull the trigger, and that was a massive mistake. Monumental, in fact. It's going to cost him the round, if you look at it in a larger perspective. That's definitely cost him the round.
Yeah, I think so there. You know, that's
a way to lose. And reset your own economy looking at it now. They don't have much money to buy the next round. He needs to get some kills, and he didn't need to jump.
He didn't really. He didn't at all. And if you look at the scoreline now, Fetziel's trying to make that jump, but not really getting it.
It's so hard.
But again, as well, going for this as well, you don't really. I don't understand why you're going to look at going for this, because you have
no money.
You have no money. You're now saving, you know, potentially saving to have this now being on map point and going to a third game.
And it all came down with that flank. It was a bit too fast, too hastily there.
Yeah.
He just slowed it down a little. A couple, like 3-2 seconds, and he would have been in the right place at the right time.
Definitely.
And the stars would have aligned for him, but Counter-Strike is all about timing.
It is, fortunately and unfortunately sometimes.
Yeah, not in your favor. We've all been there. We've all been there. They seem to be very aware of this cat push there, despite him getting a kill. Gets traded out and just opens up another avenue of attack. They're going to go Mitsubi off this, or cat. They've killed 2 players, 1 flanking. They killed 2 cat players. They're still going towards A, which is okay. But PC Boy definitely needs to get 1-2 kills.
I think that rotation needs to come in, and I mean, Prawn again with that AK, he's proven his worth already. He's basically opened up that side, got the lurk kill as well. But now Fetziel's here. He's going to tap 2 heads down. You know, trade out for not an AK.
Oh, this gun will betray when you least expect it. I don't know this gun at all. There we go. Match point for St. Benedict's, Paul Roos. Sitting in hot water at the moment.
This will tie them up 1-1. And if St. Benedict's win this round, if they don't, 3 rounds for Paul Roos to take for the overtime once again. And 5 Deagles on the side of Paul Roos. Not investing everything into this, but a large amount.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I would assume they would have fully invested into this, as it's potentially their last round. Oh, this grenade could be money, and it isn't. It lands in the wrong spots and helps his team out with the Deagles. It seems to be paying off at the moment. Mid-pick being taken on is down to a 2v4. It's such a waste like this in the Deagles. Why don't they just use Deagles? Use pistols and best guys.
Yeah, if your pistols are that good,
use them.
Use them. I mean, we've seen the Deagles on separate occasions now winning clutch rounds for either side. But
I'm smelling an overtime, yeah. If they lose this round in Benedict, it's going to overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
2 Mac 10s, they're going to look for some aggression towards the
Why did they only send one player B? This blows my mind. It's the harder side to retake.
Yeah.
Why not just cement it nice and early? Pretty frustrating.
Well, the second player is rotating through there now, but no commitment yet. They haven't actually seen any bombs or anything like that either. So the rotation lows is going to come through.
But on the other side of the coin, St. Benedict's kind of should have rushed with those Mac 10s.
Yes.
You know, it's kind of hard to go anywhere else but B or close mid doors with that Mac 10. Long, it's not going to work out. The range is a bit too far.
Yeah.
And once again, B is perfect. It's overtime. They're getting roasted. They're getting shot to death. There's shrapnel all over the ground. Bodies lying everywhere.
Oh!
Feels like Namul again.
Finding one now. It is all on Wowzer to find 3 more kills. He does have the bomb. B side is going to be now with CT. Finds one. Now two left still to find. Headshots will count here. And
if there was anyone, it would be Wowzer. I mean, we did see him in the previous clutch round on this exact site here. Now, does he smell a rat? Oh, he does indeed, and it just comes down to the headshots. He doesn't want to overexpose himself with his low HP. He just wants to keep the headshot high advantage, and no. It's 14 rounds on the board for Paul Roos, and potentially overtime. They didn't even get a bomb plant there, so... Oh, recoil.
The money is looking dire.
It is.
We're going into a second round of overtime here, potentially. I mean, let's see if the Deagles can win another clutch round out here for St. Benedict, as it has done in the past. 1 AK on the field. Actually, opting for the Mac 10s. I mean, if you're gonna buy Mac 10s, use them aggressively on the B side. Don't go long, because now you're gonna look into the barrels of an M4 and an AK down long.
It's gonna get you good.
You're not gonna get any work done with those Mac 10, the Mac 10s.
But I like how they've slowed down the pace here. They've taken long, they've just reset. They've now progressing ever so slowly. This grenade, once again, it's so hard to get a proper nade into long there. They're going to flash, they're going to crush this. And this is where the Mac 10s actually come into play, these close quarter engagements. They're sitting handoff. Stay down. At least goes there to clear it out. Gets from the side at any moment now. And potentially 16 rounds in the Benedict, but let's not call that too early. Call the Molotov in 3 minutes. Such a hard fight for Electrics to take. This Fetchon's there to support and into overtime. 8 HP. To land headshots, gets the first, but
no, not the second.
Trade is there. Yeah.
So that is overtime once again. St. Benedict's versus Paul Roos. Who's going to take this one?
I don't know, but I'm leaning towards St. Benedict's.
You think so?
They just seem like the more well-refined team. They understand the map a bit more. They understand the angles and how util is supposed to be used a bit more. When you look at Paul Roos, they have one play on the A side quite early round, and just, it only takes a B rush to lose the site like that. So if they can fix those, if they've used those 30 rounds as information to, come into the overtime, it'll work out.
Well, 4 rounds it is needed to win here. 19 is the magic number. You want to win this game, or first out, you need that magic number of 19. And St. Benedict's, they're looking here at aggression towards B side once again.
They really, really trust this B side.
They
single
do,
goal
hey?
there. Fair enough. If it works, it works. Electrics potentially going to get a tag. I'm not too sure about a kill. If they keep jiggling that door like that, they will lose a man. They're wiser to it. But to be smoke coming. teams, high school teams. In fact, St. Benedict's versus Paul Roos. Head-to-head, both maps. It's need this to stay alive in this tournament, actually. They can't be going 2-0. The bags go home early. Prawn lets himself a double entry down long. Now they slow it down. Looks like it's going to be a cat push, but Fetch Dawn is pushing low as he wants to find himself a rebuttal, but Hazard says no, he doesn't want any of that. Don't want to go home nice and early today. Interesting flash.
Oh, there's the flash that you want.
Correct flash, that's the way you want it. There we go.
I was just about to say.
Smoke coming out, and it's the worst when a mid-3 smoke is coming out, and all you want to do is focus on that player. You don't know when he's going to peek you, and the smoke blooms, and he peeks you at the same time.
Very
it's
unfortunate.
The worst.
It is the worst. And now only Senior Gran Geraldo, whichever way you want to say it.
It's Senor Geraldo. Senor Geraldo. You need to go to Spain sometime. You get acquainted with the language of the culture.
I'll take the Afrikaans, you take the Spanish. How's about that?
Fair enough. Good trade. Take that any day of the week, I guess.
So 17th round on the board here for St. Benedict's. And
overtime 1 of 4, eh? I'm calling it.
1 of 4?
Yeah.
Don't speak such heresies into my life, please. It's exciting to see how close these two teams are.
I want to see them just rush long and do not stop with the play going cap. Because, St. Benedict's CT side is a bit wonky, it's a bit, fluffy, but soft.
A little bit soft, yeah. Look, I mean, Paul is finding majority of their rounds on the T side. So, on the T side of the half against the CT side.
There you go, that's the long rush I'm talking about. Now they're saying I play a cat, looking at the mini-map, but they need flashes. There's definitely an author posting this. Don't make that mistake, my friends, it's important. CT smoke does come out, Molotov does obscure their pathway, but not enough. Wow, there's so much work. He gets a lovely fix. That's a chance there to support him, but PC boy. At least he's here to stop the bleed. But the goat has the gap to work with. He's not the greatest of all time, it seems. Getting taken down by Savage, 2v3. The post plants do seem to favor them in terms of utility. The smoke does block out as a dance. Vision from going there. Don't know about this. The flash is perfect, so I do know about this. It is great.
Oh,
Leg tricks.
He's
double
there.
headshot. Nice.
Yeah, he's going to close
Very
that round
nice.
off for his team. And that is 17 all again. So, Paul Roos, either of these teams need to win 2 rounds to close this off. Potentially either winning the series, or if Paul Roos wins, or St. Benedict's tying it up. I like the flashes. 3 players on. Well, there comes the out. There's one. Can't find a second, but Senor Geraldo, you want to say it like that, is there.
There we go.
Getting
You almost
the
got it,
trades
lad.
out. And he's burning. You need to run. Fire. And that is.
Oh, he needs to chase down one of those kills. It's a 2v1. And the obvious thing is they're going to head towards that B site, the opposite site, in fact. And
the bomb on the long rotate.
if he had the bomb, I'd understand his position, but it's just waiting for mistakes, I guess, on Paul Roos, and I don't think they'll be making them at this point in time.
Not in this position.
Upgrade some guns and get out of dodge.
Yeah,
so an AWP somewhere maybe you could perhaps pick up.
I think there was an AWP on A site, but I think crossing there.
Dangerous. Nobody likes danger.
Well, the AK will be retrieved and the save will come in. There's no way that the GOAT goes for this. I think he'll just be throwing it away. And Paul Roos will pick up the 18th round. 1 more round for them to take if they want to close the series out 2-0. And well, St. Benedict's, it's all on them. They really able to buy, but the St. Benedict's buy is going to be very broken once again, and this is what they found themselves doing in the first, found themselves in that position in the first half as well. Is they got to the last round in overtime, and they didn't have an economy to buy.
I agree. Some people do perform better when they're broken, so let's just see how this works out. Just a Deagle and a sewing machine gun on Wowzer and Prawn. As you can see, Latrix has just taken the lead up into Cat, and he's going to get a lovely surprise. Laying them all down. What a battle. What a intense.
But 2v3 now. Paul Roos is round to lose. Bomb will go down. After plant is going to come in. Bomb has been planted. The long rotates on the flank.
I mean, there's some utility still left for this retake. They have a kit, double AK, but both of them are coming from one point of attack, and there's so much utility. The grenade is going to be money. Oh, there we go. Now he's playing the There's bullets battering him down, and what a brawl! What a brawl! That is 2-0.
We are done with this game.
St. Benedict's.
Paul Roos wins.
Bend the knee to Paul Roos, which is okay. It's still early in the tournament. Nothing to be too sad about.
Not at all. And
but looking at the kills here, 33 kills into Prawns, 33 kills into Electric, Savage, 30 kills on him, 27 on Wowzer. Wowzer. Yeah. But at least this is the game for me. This is my hunting ground. At least I can come here, push a few players here and there. Come here. Hey kids, you like magic? No, that'll never work. It's okay. But guys, we'll catch you back after the break in the next match. Peace.
Cheers, guys.
Telkom is in the broadband space. Got two very nice fiber products. The one is a 10 meg line with a lit box, with a Xbox for $7.99. We've also got a 20 meg line, which we've reduced the price from $8.99 to $6.99. And if you add an Xbox to it, you can get it for $8.49, which is a brilliant deal. All right, considering it's a 20 meg line. In terms of LTE, we've got a number of offers on LTE as well, where we've combined the Xbox with the LTE, also specifically for gaming. As far as I know, Telkom has been doing it in the past, but they're doing it now, and I'm sure they will continue doing it in the future.
The Telkom PS Gaming Masters 2019, it's happening! It's finally happened, Adam! Energy Esports, the winners of Telkom VS Gaming Masters 2019. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, eh? There's not many words I can use to really describe the way I feel, other than I'm just so proud of the way my teammates performed.
Tell me a little bit more about your teammates. Are you proud of them? How did they perform?
Bro, my teammates played lights out. Like, if it wasn't for them, I don't know. Usually, like, I'm always playing very well, but come this Inferno game, I just wasn't showing up, and I'm so happy I had teammates that were showing up. If it wasn't for them, I don't think we would have won.
As far as the Telkom VS Gaming Masters is concerned, how prestigious is this a title for you guys to win?
Yo, this is the biggest local LAN of the year, and I'm really satisfied that we were able to take it.